Good afternoon. It is 3:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone studio. According to a report from Adam Schefter of ESPN today, the Titans will hold an additional private workout with potential number one overall pick Cam Ward after observing his pro day yesterday. Schefter said that the Titans have become increasingly impressed with Ward, and while they are expected to listen to offers for number one overall pick, it will now take an even stronger package to acquire the draft's top selection. In other NFL news, the Ravens agreed to terms with former Titans cornerback Chidobe Awuzie on a one-year contract worth the league minimum. Awuzie was released by the Titans last week and is still owed $7.5 million by the team. Tonight, number one Tennessee baseball will host Queens today at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. First pitch at 5 p.m. on the SEC Network Plus. Also, number 14 Vanderbilt will host Eastern Kentucky tonight at Hawkins Field. First pitch at 6 p.m. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans involved. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday as we motor through Sweet 16 week. Coming up on Thursday, we will be broadcasting live in the Gulch. We're looking forward to this. Fog Street Lawn Club on Thursday. We'll be there. There will be axe throwing. There will be gigantic Jenga. There will be lots of beer, all kinds of things. And we will be there from 3 until 6, and this will be one of those deals where 4 of our radio stations will be there. So Kenny Smooth Morning Show will take over the afternoon on 92Q, 103.3. We'll be there, 95.5. We'll be there, 3HL will be there. And, man, it's going to be fun. Also, on Friday, we'll be in Murfreesboro. So if you're in the borough, we're coming. Dig and Serve and Landscape Supply, the new location. In Murfreesboro, will be there on Friday. So basketball starting up. We've got Cam Ward, all kinds of Cam Ward activity. And then Ramon Foster this morning gave me something else to think about.
Gave you some nuggets? Saucy nugs?
I don't know if they were saucy nugs.
Talk to me.
But it gave me something to do that. Talk to you about.
All in on this anyway.
The trade. Ramon said he's on team trade back.
Oh.
Coming out of these Cam Ward pro days. Not because of the Cam Ward pro day, but that's where he currently is. That they just have so many holes that they need to trade back, acquire draft capital, and blah. So that's what led me to this question. Once I heard him say that, I was like, okay, where is everybody after this pro day? Because we talked about it yesterday. Like, the actual physical part of the pro day shouldn't change your mind whether somebody's won or not won, right?
Right. That was what
but like taking him out to dinner and talking with Cristobal on the sideline and all the people that work at Miami and him,
yeah,
while he's doing it, those things are important. The actual, he missed a corner route or,
that's cool.
Didn't hit a comeback route on time.
That's sports. You ain't going to hit you're not going to be 100%.
Right. So I'm curious, coming out of that pro day where everybody is now, like, where are we? We're less than a month away from the first round now.
You see her.
So are you on team trade back or are you
like
all in?
Against air.
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Are you on team trade back or are you all in on Cam Ward? Like, that's it. Number one pick. Done. Get your quarterback. Let's go. 615-737-1045. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. There
please.
she is, Babsy Davenport.
What up? Coming in hot.
What up, Babsy?
Hi, boys.
I shouldn't have been hot. I came in hot and shouldn't have been hot. I was next door where it's Smiley.
Well, they were having some kind of
Bert, Pan,
in there.
And Will Lee. Yeah.
The door was closed, and it was really loud in there.
Yeah, and then they were having fruit. Passing fruit around. Freeze-dried fruit.
Oh, who had that?
Bert said his mom made it.
What?
Yeah, I don't even know the name of it.
Freeze-dried fruit?
And then Will, this is how Will wanted to entice
that sounds like
me.
a bowling thing.
He hit me with, it's astronaut fruit.
Oh, jeez.
When was the last time I was in space? Like, I don't know what they're eating up there.
I don't know. You could jump pretty high.
Yeah, but not up there. That's high. That's ET. That's ET world.
That 35 was flying.
Oh, yeah. It'll fly. I feel good today.
You do?
Yeah, I just had a good conversation. I don't want to share it either, but I'm going to give you my whiteboard.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lord. Slay is here. He's very nomadic so far in the first 5 minutes of the show, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's wandering around the room. Could y'all see me trying to freeze dry fruit?
Put my glasses on for you.
I don't even know what do you do with that?
Nobody knows.
I love those glasses. I'm going to get
Thank
some.
you.
Man.
I'm telling
The
you.
problem with those glasses, though, I'm going to get them, and I'm not going to wear them here because I don't want us both wearing them at the same time.
No, that's good.
You think it'd be good?
Yeah, we can maybe, I don't know what we can do with them.
We could shoot
Take
each
pictures
other.
of each other in video.
Yeah.
While we right here videoing on stream. A lot going on.
That sounds mature.
I know. That's step 4.
That's about right.
Hey, man, I'm excited.
What conversation did you have?
Well, I can't reveal all that. Let me just say, I'm ready for the game Friday.
You know what I was thinking about?
I am so, and I mean,
Now that
I'm
you say
so
that-
ready for the game Friday.
Do you know what I'm thinking about?
Babsy.
Oh, you talked to Tennessee players.
I ain't talking to nobody, bro. I ain't talking to I got my
You
studious
talked
glasses
about
on.
that guarantee of victory.
I got my
know you
studious
slayed
glasses
dog.
on. I ain't talking to nobody. All I'm saying is,
The only person that knows you
can't wait.
better is your wife and Will from the Ville. I know you.
I can't wait, Yoro. That's all I'm saying. And
know
for what Babsy was saying yesterday, Yoro.
What was Babsy saying?
That's
What'd I
not
say?
how somebody
what?
meant it, or, no. I don't care how they meant it.
Yeah, Chris Lowe kind of went down that path.
It's how it was received.
By the way, nice earrings.
She is hanging today.
They're concerning me, though, with your headphones. I feel like they're going to rip out of there.
No. They're good. They're the
So-
hangy kind.
My mom was in court. She was a lawyer, but she wasn't that kind of attorney. But for whatever reason, she was helping with something in court one time. And she had, this is not like her to wear earrings at all. Like, I don't know that side of her, but she had big hoop earrings in. And she was making her side of the argument, and somebody got really mad at her on the other side of the table and put their fingers through her earrings and pulled.
What?
What? That is assault.
Yeah, you
It's
can rip
assault,
somebody's
brother.
earlobes?
Yeah, luckily they just popped out of the holes. But yeah,
Still.
that was an
Ow.
attempted battery.
Yeah, what?
So I'm concerned.
Dude, I'd
So
have
now
been
when
in
I
jail.
see hanging earrings, I immediately think of that scene in my head.
Been held in a contempt or something.
Yeah, contempt.
Nobody snatches baby's
Don't
earrings.
worry. Nobody's snatching my earrings. You're going down.
I know.
Especially on
they're not.
Thursday, if you got an axe near you.
Oh yeah,
Already established.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, what do we?
I talked to Mace just a minute ago. Me and you are getting hazard pay over there.
Are we?
Wait, what
Wow.
about me?
Well, you're the one with the axe.
What about me? She threatened me on air yesterday.
That's very true. You can't do that.
Right,
But lucky
you
it's not
did,
North
too.
Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't earned that.
That's right.
If you did earn it, you lost it without telling us about your bachelor party.
That's a good point, right there.
What is your smoothie?
Peanut butter and jelly with spinach.
Okay. It's an awful combination.
It is phenomenal though.
Who does that?
So this is what I was
one.
thinking about. So it's funny how your brain works, and I can't wait to freaking hear what made you happy about Friday.
I ain't saying nothing.
Here's how my brain works. So John Ward announced his retirement in 1998. We go through the season. Tennessee has weird things happen. They win the national title. Why not Bob and Bert go out that way?
I mean,
How weird would that be?
that would be blueprint material.
Come on, Bob and Bert.
B&B.
Marnie, let's go.
Yeah, that would be something, boy. Bert wouldn't know what to do. Bert would not know what to do. Bob may be able to hold it together professionally.
Bob would
Bert,
definitely hold it together.
Bert is gonna start balling.
He might, yeah.
I mean, like sniffle Bob.
Like if they won the national title,
Yeah, I'm a cry.
can you imagine if it was like a tie game and Tennessee has the ball, they're dribbling it out, and Chaz comes around, a pick, catches, hand in face, shoots the three, and makes it at the buzzer? You want to talk about Bert reacting?
Money will live on forever. Money will live on forever.
I mean, he would scream it as loud as he could. He would hold it as long as he could.
Yep. Nobody would ever be able to use that phrase again.
This is where I am with,
I like where you
with
are.
Tennessee basketball.
You sound like you're in a good spot.
Babs, am I in a good spot?
Sure.
Your little side eyes, though.
I know. You can't see it on radio.
Yeah,
but
she gave me a
Can
look
you
when I
feel
went down
done
there
it
twice.
over
She's
the
done it twice
air?
today already in the first segment.
I mean, she let me finish. She knew where I was going and let me finish.
With the Campbell Ward situation, too, though? Did you see a side eye with that a little bit?
No, but there was a major eye roll right there.
Well, I'm about to go to
It's
the
like when
whiteboard.
she eye rolls, it's like every car in Nashville turns to the left.
Get away.
She just has this magnetic thing
My
going on over here.
my dad used to say, "Your eyes are going to get stuck like that." Which means I've perfected it for years.
Okay.
Years and years. All right, what's the whiteboard?
Yeah, you got happy about Friday, and then you went to get your whiteboard.
Yeah, because Friday, just everybody ride with me on that one.
Babs, do you think me and him could wear the
Go
same
Vols.
pair of glasses at the same time?
Listen, Zeph,
You said it, not me.
I am not in the mood for you to abuse the power you
She's been dealing with some very serious activities
got
today.
back.
I went.
Do you
No.
think that would be acceptable?
What's today's date?
So I can only
25th.
wear my.
If you had a different style of them, you could.
Oh no, I'm getting that style.
Okay, no.
Do you know me?
No.
That's my style right there.
In that style.
You can't. No, y'all can't wear them together.
So
You
I
look
would
like
have to
fools.
wear my meta glasses when I'm not near Slay.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
All right. I've got other pairs of sunglasses.
Yeah, they're always on your collar.
It's true.
Always.
January 31st.
January 31st. That's far away.
No, 2025.
Oh, the old one.
That's when you said
Yep.
something.
Okay.
Euro Slay Zelf on the trade back for Hunter.
Trade back for Hunter?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that was just me. Y'all were trade back. I was
Yeah,
trade
you
back
know
for
what?
Hunter.
Yeah. So January, yeah.
Where was I?
Babsy has been consistently
Cam Ward. She's been Cam Ward ever since she did that Syracuse game.
Correct.
She's been, yep.
I just want to make sure
So
it's out
January 31st,
got
Babsy was
That's clear.
no movement.
She's not going to.
Yeah, she's going to get Cam Wood.
I'm the one that moves all the time.
February 20th, 2025.
I can't quit moving.
We went trade back no lower than 7.
Oh, that's specific.
there. I don't
Who's
remember
we?
that. You and Slay.
Yeah, that was me and you. February 20th. We both signed it.
February 20th.
I forged
All right.
your signature on it.
Okay.
But yeah. Zelf was still on trade back for Hunter.
Oh, I got my stolen debit card situation taken care of. Speaking of,
Good for you. So
I now have a Preds debit card.
they can get something. March 25th, where are we now? Because you just asked the people.
March 25th. Where are we now?
Where are you, Babsy?
Cam Ward.
You still on your January 31st.
I have not wavered.
Babsy, no wavering.
Because if you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't got nothing.
Okay, I'm putting it down. Babsy, no
You can get a
wavering.
quarterback next year, Babs.
Yeah, especially if you got Brandon Allen going.
Do I have to go through that again? Yeah, you're right. You got Brandon Allen and Will Levis as your starters. You won't
Yeah.
win crap.
No.
Where are you?
You're going to end up with 2 top 10 picks. What you going to end up with? Think ahead, Babs. Big picture, Babs.
Okay, but even then, you got to have a willing partner to go get a quarterback that you believe in.
Oh, that's why they're out there smiling and hugging and selling.
January 17th, we all picked Cam Ward.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
I
y'all
told you.
switched.
Listen, man, I've been floppy.
So where are you now on March
I'm glad you
25th?
admit it, though.
It is
March
what it is.
25th.
Where am I right now?
Yep, you're
We
Well, I
are
woke up today,
less than 1 month away from the
Yeah.
pick being in.
month from yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I woke up this morning, full in on Cam Ward.
Oh,
But
And then my really good friend and your brother started saying words on the radio that had me, things that make you go, Because he's team trade back.
okay.
So I've been going back and forth literally all day. So as I sit here right now,
On 3HL.
and literally this could change in an hour,
Oh, it's going to be tough, y'all.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
what?
Cam Ward, number
You
one.
just
Why you
said
just-
team
that's all-
trade back.
I said he got me thinking, and I've been going back and forth all day
Cam Ward.
Okay. Slade.
because I respect Big Savagery. Mm-hmm. And I respect Don Davenport.
Okay.
And then Slay Dog's been kind of flopping with me.
yeah, and that's, see, and guess what?
You said you weren't going to do that.
No, I wasn't. So I'm going to go back to my original.
Okay. What was your original?
It was Cam Ward, but I don't want it to be right there. So I'm going to go trade back. And I ain't
Team
hurt-
trade down.
I'm going, yep. But I don't want to trade back to Noah lower than 7. I want to be around 4.
So you want to trade back once?
Yep.
Twice.
Twice.
3 times a lady. I don't think, like, if you're trading back at this point, it seems like it's either 2 or 3.
Okay, well, that's fine,
Right.
too. As long as I
Is
get
that
me,
kinda where we
as long as
are?
I get me another first-round pick with it.
And then you got Aaron Rodgers out there
Nobody's worried about him.
treating these teams like they're,
Only
girls
Pittsburgh.
at the bar.
Zeph, where are you? Are you still trading back for Hunter?
No, I flopped to Cam Ward because they have decided to make their quarterback room out of Brandon Allen and Will Levis, and that makes me sad.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I don't want you to make your pick based on what they've done and what you think they're going to do. This is what do you want?
Okay. See, this hurts my trade back because Daniel Jones is gone.
Yeah, you can still go trade for him.
No, I with the Colts. I wouldn't dare give them the number one pick.
Could you imagine? Here's the number one pick to the Colts. Cam Ward turns out to be the greatest quarterback in the history of quarterbacks.
And you sitting here with Anthony Richardson. No.
Could be the other way. Titans could have Cam Ward and Colts have Anthony Richardson.
So lines are loading up. We'll go to the vote. Where are you guys coming off of the pro day from Cam Ward? Are you team trade back?
We're gonna keep the people's vote too.
Okay.
I'm gonna write it down.
How about I do that?
Okay.
Because that'll take up space, and then we can consolidate.
Okay, cool.
We've got
the 3HL
calls.
family. Yes, that's what I said. Lines are loading up. We have 2 left. If you want in, 615-737-1045. We'll be right back. Your opinion. And I was kind of thinking about when, the video of Callahan and Bo Hardigree, and I mean, they couldn't be smiling any bigger when they're hugging Cam Ward. And
You think it's all show?
I was thinking about a lot of things with that. I'll share. 615-737-1045.
Homeowners, let's start fresh, right? I mean, we are now into March of 2025, and Loan Pronto is here to help you. Take control of your finances, lower your house payment, consolidate nagging debt. Loan Pronto can do all of that. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? I can attest to that when I use them to use our home equity to get money out so we could do a backyard project for our family. Roger Moore, the owner, the founder of Loan Pronto, started it because he said there's got to be a better, easier way so you're not buried in paperwork, more of a quicker process, a simpler process. And because Roger did that, the rates, the best part of what he did. Its ability to get you, the consumer, the lowest rate. You can start the entire process, all electronic, all digital. There's no extra hidden fees. And you could even skip your next 2 house payments, by the way, if you do this. Fast, easy, hassle-free. Call Loan Pronto right now. 615-499-5780. Start the whole process online at loanpronto.com. 615-499-5780. loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
It's all about you. Tupac Tuesday here on the Big Show, 3HL 1045 The Zone.
All about one time.
Don't you feel like it's really bright in here? I mean, these are
really bright.
studio problems, but if you're watching, like, I'm sure it's.
Because it's sunny and beautiful outside. It's a beautiful day.
See, what had happened was
It's
76
just a
degrees.
beautiful day.
a lot of times we like try to get the lights turned down without you noticing, but it didn't happen today. So,
Yeah, this is a rough one.
and then they put off a tremendous amount of heat.
Yes, they do.
We're on fire in here.
It's warm in here.
We're gonna be sweating.
It looks better on camera when the lights are on. Just
Sure does.
FYI.
Yeah.
I think
Did
so.
anyone ask
No, not at all.
for your opinion?
That is
Thank
part
you.
of my job to make sure that camera looks good.
It
And
is.
I need
but
the
you're
lights
not in
on.
this room, so
It is a part of your
You guys
job,
make me
Zeph.
have
Good
my
job.
lights on.
yes, we need to see you. We don't know what you're up to.
Yeah, you
Jackson's the one that likes to have the lights off in there.
This is in the dark.
Jackson. I mean, first thing yesterday, he knew what he was doing, boy. So at Zeph's bachelor party over the weekend, we were like, what? We didn't know anything about a bachelor party.
Smiley told.
What?
See? Turn your lights on.
I didn't turn them off.
Now you really can't see you.
So are you keeping up with the callers and they want to trade back?
I'll keep up with the callers. So,
Okay.
3HL family, when you call, we'll put it down in black Tull pen ink. Is that how I pronounce it, Babs? Tull? These pens that you turned me on to?
I don't know. I just know it's spelled weird. Toll.
It's Tull, but it's got an accent, like a accent mark over the U. It could be tool,
Cool pens.
and I am a tool.
Oh.
So maybe I should call it a tool. This tool's got his tool.
Who was
615-737-1045.
it that introduced me to that pen?
I don't know. You're the one that introduced me to the pen. Because we both love pens.
It was Georgia Tech's football coach, Brent Key.
Oh, Brett Key.
Because
Man, he's a good coach.
I worked at Georgia Tech games, so like I opened my bag, and he was like, "Good Lord," because I have like 8,000 pens,
And they're all
I was
hotel
like,
pens.
They're hotel pens and these like cheap little blue cap pens.
Oh, yeah.
Just your
The
typical
Bic.
Bic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you can buy like a pack of 15 for $1.99, whatever. They're my favorite. And
Like lawyers lose those.
Yes.
Use those.
Yeah. So Coach Key was like, You don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know. Have you ever used one of these pens? And I was like, no. And so he was like, you can have this one. I'm going to give it to you. So I used it to write my notes from that coach's meeting. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I knew Mayor would fall in love with it.
I did. Yeah.
But you can't get them at the store.
No, you got to order them online.
Yeah. They're
They're not that expensive. They
No,
also
but
don't-
it's the hassle of it.
Yeah, and they don't last tremendously long either. 615-737-1045. Cam Ward's Pro Day. Lots of words have been written and said about what happened yesterday. So where are you now? Post Cam Ward Pro Day. Are you still, I'm drafting Cam Ward if I'm the Titans at number 1, or are you team trade down? 615-737-1045. Might as well start with Jake in Brentwood. Jake, are you back home? You out of jail?
I am, baby.
Welcome
I
back.
am. What's up, my brothers from another mother and my sister from another mister?
Hi, Jake.
Welcome back, Jake.
We're glad you're back from a family vacation.
Yeah, man, 38 is awesome. Not. What's up?
I'll tell you this, if you want to get somewhere down there, you can't.
Nope, you're screwed.
Now, most beautiful beaches
No,
in the
the
world, but yeah.
I know
wife
you get
got
to
bicycle.
go on vacation with everybody that you live around here. Yay!
I mean,
Yeah.
all of Davidson and Williamson County are down there.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
So the wife got bicycles. I felt like
no.
I literally, check this out, Double D. I ripped my basket off the front. I said, I'm not riding a daggone bike with a basket.
Slade,
I'm
was
not.
that the right move there? Take the basket off?
That's the right move.
Did you have a bell, too?
That was definitely right.
Shit, no, I did not have
First cuss word of the week.
There we go. It's gonna
Oh
be a
boy.
week.
Kids, don't do that.
Isn't it funny what makes people curse?
Yeah.
Jake, did you have a
Said
bell
being in
on
jail.
Did you have a bell on your bike? That's what made it
tough.
curse.
No.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, man.
Okay, that was really funny.
And
And I could see him ditching the bike. ditching the basket.
I can see him wrecking the bike.
He ditched us too.
Oh,
Along
Jake.
with the basket.
Didn't even get his pick out.
Nope.
615-737-1045. Michael in the Queen City, Clarksville. Michael, what's up?
What's going on, man?
Hi.
What up, Michael?
Doing all right, man. I'm actually Bam's brother, so that's probably how y'all.
What up, Mike?
I know it's annoying. But man, listen, I have always been trade down for the longest, but I've been sitting here thinking, man. I've been thinking, and as a Titans fan since 1999. With all due respect, and I love him to death, but Ryan Tannehill is the second greatest Titans quarterback of all time. We got to change that. We got to change that. We got to take a risk. We got to get a true quarterback in here to change the history of what the Titans have been. I mean, who's third? Vince Young, Kerry Collins.
I don't even want to think about it.
Exactly.
Marcus Mariota?
I know.
We got to take that risk.
It's a bunch of mediocre.
Yeah, it's been bad. It's been bad my whole life. I'm 35. It's been bad my whole life.
Yeah.
Hey, man, keep living, baby. It'll get better. Livin.
Maybe if we draft Cam Ward, it will, man. That's it. So I'm
where
going
you
Cam
are?
Ward. I'm all in.
All right.
I'm on the Ward train.
All right, there it is.
All right, Michael.
like
Tell
it.
Bam hello, bro.
All right, bro.
All right. There he is, Michael with Cam Ward.
He's right.
I had to sit and think
You've
for a second when he
lived
said,
in quarterback mediocrity for years.
I mean, when he said Tannehill was second best quarterback in Titans history, I immediately thought of Warren Moon, and I was like, wait, he said Titans. He said Titans. And then I was like, yeah,
Tough.
he's
He's
right.
not wrong.
Ryan Tannehill is the second best.
That makes me
Listen,
want to give Cam
he's
Ward a
not that
chance.
bad.
No, he ain't.
And before y'all, come at me with an axe before Bab says on Thursday, remember Tannehill, that year and a half, led the NFL in passer rating.
Yeah.
Until my man started getting hit and started seeing ghosts,
Yep.
that changed everything.
Rightfully so, too.
Yeah.
Big ghost. He's afraid of a ghost.
I mean, big ghosts and quick moving ghosts and ghosts that are bringing the
gosh.
wood.
I hope that we don't have to bring that song out this fall. But
No,
we will.
We most definitely will.
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Oh, no.
These ghosts ain't
definitely not
friendly,
Casper.
man.
No, not the ones coming off the edge.
Where would Casper be? He's the kicker or something?
Yeah, Casper nice. He over there on the sideline. He never gets in the game.
Oh, he's giving you
Like
water and
Rudy.
stuff.
Casper's more like Rudy. He's having a good time.
Just get him in at the end.
Keep him around.
Everybody says Rudy was offsides on that last play.
Oh, stop. Get out of here, Mayor.
By the way,
None of that nonsense on a Tuesday.
Who's the guy that was at Sean Astin? I saw him in a movie recently, and my man has put on like 100.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, maybe it was for a role.
maybe. He's playing offensive tackle, not little Rudy.
No, not little Rudy.
Not fullback.
615-737-1045. All right, let's go to South Central Kentucky. Matt in Bowling Green. Matt, what you got?
Hey, yeah, so I wanted to kind of give my 2 cents on, should we trade down or should we go Cam Ward?
Yep.
And I know this isn't a real answer, and I know how Babs feels about this because she's all in on Cam Ward.
But
I'm fine with both options, to be
Okay.
honest. Either or,
Me
we're
too,
trying
really.
to build a roster, right? And trading down makes sense, but also taking Cam Ward because I think he's the best option out of the quarterback class. I think he's the most pro-ready out of everybody. He's better than Shador. He's certainly better than the rest. So I'm okay with that option too, but I'm also okay with being patient.
all right, so you're down the middle, Matt. You just went mayor on me there. Thank you, brother.
That was Mayor.
Yeah.
That was definitely Mary.
Like, I'm going to make everybody happy and say, great, Cam Ward, yay. Oh, you want to trade back and get a haul? Yay.
Well, a decision has to be made by the. That's kind of
I mean,
mayor-like.
yeah, but what was my answer?
You were Cam Ward.
I said I was going back and forth, but then I made a decision today, right now, still at 3:33 p.m.
See, this is what she's saying.
So this is what I was thinking about when the flippity floppy, the T-Pain on a boat with my flippy floppies.
I see what he's saying, though.
Yeah,
I get it.
Makes sense.
Because
both things are needed.
exactly.
Unless you're in the front office.
The position that your franchise is
Yeah.
in right now, either one will be extremely beneficial. Which one's riskier? The Cam Ward pick.
What do you want if you're Brian Callahan? There ain't no way. There ain't no way I'm starting the season with Brandon Allen or Will Levis at quarterback when my job is on the line. No way.
I know, but then on top of it, you're like, who the hell is Cam Ward throwing to?
That's the other part.
Got some time on that one.
Yeah.
Who?
I hope.
I mean, right now, do you know who your number 2 receiver is right now?
A dog?
An undrafted free agent from last year?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I just forgot about Burks.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where you are.
This is where you are.
No, this
is ugly.
Not where I am.
It's bad.
Yeah.
This is where team trade down is, make some hay.
Looks like a nice shiny toy on it.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me ask y'all what y'all thought about this video of Cam Ward hugging Brian Callahan, and then Bo Hardigree, and Callahan and Hardigree could not be smiling any bigger, right?
Yep.
Like, it literally looked like the greatest thing in the history of their lives just happened with Cam Ward, like, dapping him up.
And that they're best friends.
Yes. So then I started thinking about a lot of things, because that's what I think, weird things. But one of them was, how do you think Will Levis took that? Like, it doesn't matter necessarily, but I'm just saying, like, it's almost like Will Levis understands that the girl broke up with him, and now he's watching her on social media, laughing and hugging with other people.
Didn't that kind of
Which has happened twice to him, I do believe.
Like, wait.
Oh, sorry, Will.
I don't get lost in any of that, but that's what I was thinking. Like, could you imagine being Will Levis and seeing that? Like, not that it's not unexpected, but still.
He knew it was coming.
Wouldn't that hurt you a little bit?
I mean, listen, with what he went through draft day and that experience, like, he should have freaking hard A skin now.
Man, listen. I mean,
he should have he should be like freaking gator skin now.
So 2 years.
So there's that part of it. Then there's this part of it. Some people are like saying, oh, it's so obvious they're drafting him because they were hugging and laughing and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, dude, they would do that anyway. Because, listen, they may love him, and maybe that's why, but they're also trying to sell it. Like, they want the best deal to be presented to them, even if they love Cam Ward.
So somebody in the chat, yes, T-Man in the chat said, would we get more for a trade back now after all of the narratives versus a few weeks ago? I mean, I think so. I think so because of where you are. And, of course, the closer you get, right, the more panic there is. There's no more free agents left. What are we doing at quarterback? Should we mansion the house to go get this guy who, well, maybe he's showing he's a generational talent. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's talking about how he's clearly a number 1 pick. He's clearly the best of the bunch, which I've said from the get-go.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. I think his stock has gone up. Which means the Titans' trade value has gone up.
Absolutely. And then when you're looking at it from this perspective, everyone was down there to see Cam Ward. There was one team with the number 1 pick. They were front and center. They've had conversations with him. Somewhat of a relationship has grown, so I would expect them to be high-fiving, happy, smiling. And then, remember when I was telling y'all yesterday when we were talking about nerves?
Almost like a territorial thing?
No. But more like
selling it.
It's I don't even think they sell it. I think it's genuine.
Genuine, okay.
Yeah, I think it's actually genuine.
Can it be genuine and you're also selling it at the same time?
Remember I was telling y'all during the workout that Cam Ward was looking at this like it was practice. Because this is what he's been doing every single day. You just got more people and more cameras watching. And that's what he said in the interview. He was like, dog, I understand it's a pro day and everything, but dog, this is what we do for practice every day. So that comfort level, yeah, he was going to be talking like that anyway. That's what it is. Them buying into it is like what Babsy just said, that's the charisma that he oozes off. She went and covered them and said everybody to a man when you walk through the locker room talks about him and his leadership. One thing that he said was when I get in the locker room, I'm going to have that love. I'm going to support my brothers. My brothers are going to support me. I'm one of those guys that can make the locker room jail. So, of course, that's why it's going to come off like that.
Do you believe that?
I do believe that.
I fully believe that.
I do believe that, no question. I also believe that about Shedeur. I
believe that too.
I think his teammates. Now, how it comes off may be a little different than Cam's, because you heard Cam talking a little bit in this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see y'all next month. You feel me? That
Cam's
was a
so
little
matter of fact about
Yeah,
things.
it was-
Shador
yeah.
has personality.
There you
That's
go.
exhibited
His is going to be a little
Yeah.
bit more talkative. So
I think they're both
it
going to
was-
be good
yeah.
NFL quarterbacks. I really do.
I took out of it knowing what we were able to see when Babs was able to go cover him. When she came back raving about him, talking about how his teammates saw. I saw it. We saw it on video yesterday.
Adam Schefter had a tweet that we'll read to you when we come back. All lines are loaded. 615, well, one hopped off. 615-737-1045.
We got you all.
Yes. So following Cam Ward's pro day, where are you? Cam Ward, draft him number one, no questions asked, or are you team trade down? 615-737-1045. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay.
What up?
Talking about where you are after Cam Ward's pro day. You know who was at Cam Ward's pro day? A lot of people.
Yeah, as they should have been.
Jim Wyatt was too. He's going to join us at 4:20. 4:20, twin. From Adam Schefter, ESPN sources, Tennessee will hold an additional private workout with potential overall number 1 pick Cam Ward. The Titans have become increasingly impressed with Ward, and while they are expected to listen to offers for the number 1 overall pick, it now would take an even stronger package to acquire the draft's top selection. Do you put that out there, whether it's true or not? And the answer is yes, 100,000%. I want that out there.
Yeah, you have to.
Whether it's true or not.
I need them hanging on by a thread to try to figure out exactly what we're thinking or doing.
Plus, even if you have this certain thought about Cam Ward and you're like good with him, big picture, like this is our guy, all this, I still want the deal. Like, I want to see what the deal is.
Right. Yep.
Let me see what the best deal is.
Let me turn something down.
Turn something down. Yeah. Life's about having options.
Yep. Or you come with something, I've been talking to somebody else, and maybe I can package this deal together with something. You never know. Now, you got to, everything on, what is going on? Everything is on the board. Where's Kirby when I need him?
I don't know. What kind of tape job you got going
This
on?
is a Kirby Allen Kirby tape job.
Are those your own headphones?
Yeah.
But you had to tape them together?
Yeah, because I got like a little wire shortage, but now that it's back together, it's good.
Are you sure?
Yep. I'll see Kirby tomorrow. Kirby will get me right.
No,
nope.
Thursday.
I'll see Kirby Thursday.
So again, the question.
Thursday, Fog Street.
Yep.
Again, the question. We read you the Adam Schefter tweet. The pro day is in the books.
Yep.
Where are you? Draft Cam Ward number 1 or team trade down? 615-737-1045. So far, we've got Michael who said draft Cam Ward. We've got Matt who said both. He's for both of the options, either one of them. Barry in Brentwood. Barry, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Yo.
Before pro day, after pro day, it's Cam Ward all the way. Tired of hearing the trade down narrative and build a team, then get the quarterback. I think in a perfect world, that might work out. What's the most important position? Quarterback. What have we lacked the last 2 years? Quarterback. I know Carter is an intriguing guy, but ask the Cleveland Browns and Dallas Cowboys, who got 2 of the best edge rushers, where they're lacking at the moment, and it's quarterback. I think it'd be a disaster if we don't take it. You need to try every year to get this position put in play. And Cam Ward all the way for me, guys. That's where I'm at.
Cam Ward all the way for Barry.
I like it, Barry. Don't give me that look. I like it, Barry.
I beg to differ a little bit.
Okay.
Where's the pushback?
What have we been missing the last 2 years? I don't necessarily say it's been
I mean, the
quarterback.
list is long.
Yeah, I think more so the offensive line. We've been missing the protection to see what a quarterback looks like. We don't even get
That's
to this
fair.
point if Tannehill is protected and don't see go. We ain't at this point. We're not at this point. You could start to put
Tannehill might have still been your quarterback.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, dude, then you bring Will Levis in who played like a renegade because he had never seen anything like this, so he was still playing free. And then after a while, it was like, wait, so we're going to get hit like this every game? So I ain't going to never get to set my feet? Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I do have a little mild pushback with regard to Will Levis because he hasn't had – this will be, or if he's still on the team, this would be the first time he's had the same offensive coordinator and play caller 2 years in a row since at least Penn State. And the other part of it is, yes, what is Will Levis with a clean pocket? A relatively clean pocket.
like, I still stand where I was on Will Levis.
To be
but
fair,
I gave
it's
him
11.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If we're looking from outside looking in and not any judgment or any bias in it, like it's, dog, that offensive line.
Because it's easy to just throw Will Levis into a cement mixer. You know what I mean?
Because he liked to throw himself in there. So, yes, it absolutely is, your
615-737-1045. Bill in Nashville. Billy, what's up?
Hey, what you doing?
Hey, man.
doing the show.
Question for something I have never heard from anybody so far.
All
If you're
right,
sitting at picking number 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, would you trade up for Cam Ward? If not, he may not be your man if you wouldn't be willing to trade up for him.
If I'm Cleveland, I'm trading up 1,000%. If I'm the Giants, I'm trading up 1,000%.
If you were the Titans, would you want to trade up for him?
Well,
Me, yes, if I got somebody intact.
But
That's
that's
an interesting
complicated because the Titans don't have enough capital to be able to make that happen.
They would really be jeopardizing the roster to make some kind of move like that. That's a great question.
But it's a good
talking
question.
about, is he the man? If he's the man, you'd be willing to do that. If you wasn't willing to do that, hey, second guess yourself.
Thank you, Bill. I hadn't thought of it from that perspective, but I mean, for you to be considering team trade down, which I think almost anybody would be, okay, I get it. You may not want to do that or you may not like that decision, but I think on some level you would at least understand why they did it because they have so many holes. But if you have this many holes and you're picking third, and to trade up to get Cam Ward and give up your first round next year and a second this year and whatever it is.
That's why I'm at.
I wouldn't do it, probably.
That's why I'm at. If you got other things.
I wouldn't do it.
Only reason I'm trading up is to get them because I got so much more intact.
Yeah.
This is not even a.
Like, this is the pushover piece.
This is C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for my offense, C.J. Stroud that I can go get.
To push you over the hill.
Yeah, or my Jaden Daniels. Like, this is why you trade up to go get a piece like this because you know you're in the playoffs. You on a run like Washington was.
That was an interesting question, though.
No, that was good. And that's why, yes, I'm trading up. If I got pieces intact.
If you had the pieces intact. But they don't.
No.
So sit and pick.
Man, what?
And you might be.
trade back, get a haul, other than that.
Honestly, like if the Titans would have ended up with like pick 3, at that point, you're probably definitely trying to trade back, right?
Mm-hmm. Because you know you ain't got an opportunity to go get your guy.
What you got there? Carrot juice?
This is immunity.
No, you hate carrots.
Yeah, that's immunity juice. An immunity shot with turmeric and ginger and
turmeric,
green apple and a lot of other little stuff.
Next time you go there, get me one of those.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. When you see me riding by, Babsy, and you see something good, me listening to some good music or something, wave your little hand. I stop. You can jump in with me. We go, we good, Babsy. Don't even worry. It's sunny outside. We're on our way. What you want to do?
Can I have one too?
You absolutely can, Yoram.
How do all those things with green apple now, all that make that like vomit yellow color, though?
Turmeric.
Is that what it is?
With turmeric, serious.
Are we sure it's turmeric and not turmeric?
No, turmeric. It's definitely turmeric for me. If I'm buying it, it's turmeric. Somebody else buy it, they can make it turmeric. Like numeric.
So you know how that's spelled?
You won't get one.
Turmeric. What is it?
It's Turmeric. Turmeric.
It's whoever buys it gets to call it whatever they want to.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. Tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Make this anything. Yeah. Once it's in my possession, it's no longer whatever they.
That's not an F-150. That's a people mover.
Come on, man.
Call whatever.
Turmeric.
I want.
Oh, thanks, Seth.
That's how you pronounce it.
No, that's how that lady. Who that lady work for? She didn't work for the juice bar.
The internet.
She didn't work for Slay. She ain't purchasing anything. Oh, the internet said it. Oh, it's got to be right.
People ask me, how do you pronounce this? I'm like, do you want to know how I pronounce it or how it's pronounced?
It don't even matter. Come on, dog. Just take the shot.
Take the shot. You sound like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. I love that she gets that now.
I do.
Our girl watched it.
Give it a shot.
Because I had no choice.
Next time I bring an OD and chick over to your place, I'll give it a shot. I mean, right. That was such a great scene.
It was.
The way it got quiet. And then.
David says nasty. That's what it is. It is tough.
615-737-1045. Mike in Old Hickory. Mike, what do you got? You team trade down or drive Cam Ward 1?
Right now, I'm not having a problem with Cam Ward except for one thing. It's the number 1 pick, but then I asked how far down the list do we go for the next pick? Mm-hmm. And it's like, second round, number 35?
Well, no, you would trade back to
the first round,
Yeah.
And you're probably getting an additional second-round pick in this draft and a first round next year.
Yeah.
Yep, and so would we pick then an offensive lineman on our next pick after Cam Ward, or would we go for a receiver, edge rusher? And the other question I have is, if we pick Cam Ward, and I don't really have that big of a problem with it. The running back, who's going to be the running back next year that's going to make Cam Ward look good?
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Mike, because I had a dream last night.
Oh, jeez.
I did.
Here we go.
Mike, I had a dream that the Titans drafted running back Ashton Genty with the number 1 overall pick.
What? Stop.
I had that dream that all running backs are not created equal.
You gonna go get okay?
Remember that? Was it Easton Freeze that put out there? Somebody put out there with, I think it was A to Z Sports,
That's gonna be tough, y'all.
that the Titans weren't happy with the running back position
With Tony Pollard and
Tajay Spears.
Really?
Which shocked me. I'm like, wait, what?
I thought they did good when giving protection and lanes to run in and not getting hit in the backfield like Derrick Henry was.
I think they phrased it that they wanted to see a different style back there because you have two of the same guy back there right now with Pollard and
Yes,
Spears.
they did mention a physical imposing thing, but then they re-signed what's his name?
Chestnut.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what
Morris
style
Chestnut.
you want to see? Like what your line didn't give you an
Julius Chestnut.
opportunity to see. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong game.
Ashton Genty though. Think about it. Weapon. You could be drafting Danian Tomlinson.
Y'all.
Who needs a quarterback when you can
Listen,
draft
man.
all offensive linemen and running backs?
Hey,
Okay.
Weird, listen, weird things happen in my dreams.
I know. Let me stop this real quick. You
I know.
are okay enough at running back. Okay enough at running back right
Yes,
now.
I agree.
To
I
where
agree.
you don't have to address that position.
He got 1,000-yard rushing back on.
That dude's gonna be a superstar though. I'm telling you.
And I know, great. And I get that a rookie quarterback's best friend is a running back, a 3-down back, right? Mm-hmm. I'll get it.
Man, she's having to wipe her face and
I
everything.
know. I'm sorry. So
It was just a dream, Babs.
Mike's talk about what would you draft next, offensive line, with what they did in free agency. Now, it might not be the greatest, but
I don't think you have to use a second-round pick on an
you
offensive
don't
lineman
have to now
right?
use another pick on an offensive lineman because
Wide receiver.
in quotation, your O-line is fixed.
I agree.
To me, you're immediately in on edge, wide receiver, maybe linebacker. I would say wide receiver, right?
Yep.
Or edge, depending on, and that is a deep position in this draft class,
Yes.
right? So for me, your O-line is fixed because the move that you made allows you to move Alabama. Come on, Davenport.
Big fella from the left to the right.
J.C.
J.C.
Latham.
Latham.
The first round pick
how we
from
did that?
last year.
I know, my brain just stopped
Do
working.
you know how many Alabama players just went buzzing through my head when
Yeah.
she said that?
I gave it to him.
No, it's because
Big fella from the left to the right.
I'm sorry. I'm going through that call.
Sounds like a dance.
So Latham's moving to the right. You've got your left now. Skoronski's there again. Hopefully, now I'm a little worried about this. Hopefully, Cushenberry's better in that position. I don't know. And then you got old dude on the right.
Yep. Big Latham.
Old dude.
No, the other old dude.
the other.
The
The vet. And so in theory, you've done enough on the offensive line to where you can go get a wide receiver or an edge guy.
So far, we've got a one-topic Tuesday for you. Following the pro day, where are you? Draft Cam Ward number 1 or team trade down? 615-737-1045.
Sorry, Latham.
What's happening, y'all? You want to look better out there? I'm talking to my guys and my gals out there. Listen, this is the number you want to hit up, 615-376-6010. Now, I'm going to say that again for you. 615-376-6010. That's WeGrowHair.com. Laser treatments are available. Now, you also must know that no one else in Tennessee has the ARTIS robotic FUE procedure, and We Grow Hair's high density hair transplants that give you 2 times more hair in one procedure. They also have the PRP laser treatments. That's what I go and get like 2 or 3 times a week when the schedule permits. It's only in and out. In 30 to 45 minutes, they work. Thicker and fuller hair. Restore your hair and your confidence at the same time. Now, I saw that little sunroof opening up at the top, and I said, "No, man, I ain't going to be able to do it. I ain't going to do it." I ain't going to do it. PAI Medical is where you need to head over to. Call them right now at 615-376-6010. WeGrowHair.com. Free consultation right now.
Want to tell you about Xfinity Internet. I know what I want, and I only buy what I need to keep me connected. Get the speed that you need at a great price. Get up to 5 times faster upload speeds for smoother connections on the largest gig speed network. Xfinity delivers gig speeds to more homes than anyone, so get ready to do even more on your devices with gig speeds. Gig speed internet is available to 99% of our footprint. Enjoy all of your favorite apps all in one place with a Flex 4K streaming box. Stay connected on the go with more than 20 million secure Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. Xfinity's internet service, bringing your entire experience together by connecting other services like Xfinity XFi, Advanced Security, Xfinity Flex, and more. Go to Xfinity.com/10G. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Based on Xfinity's fastest available download speeds, maximum download speed of 940 megabits per second when hardwired via Ethernet. Not available in all areas. Performance may be limited by customers' device configuration.
Brands like Visual Comfort, or find your local showroom at fergusonhome.com. Whether you're a homeowner creating your dream space or a pro managing multiple projects, discover a new way to shop at Ferguson Home, where great ideas become stunning spaces. Ferguson Home is designed for the way you want to shop. Explore the best selection of bath, kitchen, and lighting products online, or experience items firsthand in one of our showrooms. Our experts offer personalized support every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Shop top brands like Visual Comfort, or find your local showroom at fergusonhome.com.
We've got the trucks, all the trims, all the towing, all the bells and whistles, and all at Truck Month Savings. Two Rivers Ford is Ford Truck Central.
Did you know you're overpaying for your health and wellness products?
With over 20 company-owned brands offering its members vitamins, supplements, wellness, and skincare products, you're able to save up to 70% off retail.
Members Nutrition can't change your life, but we can change the way you live.
Good afternoon. It is 4:05. I'm Joseph Donato, live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. Adam Schefter this morning said that the Titans will hold an additional private workout with potential number 1 overall pick Cam Ward. He said that the Titans have become increasingly impressed with Ward, and while they're expected to listen to offers for the number 1 overall pick, it would now take an even stronger package to acquire the draft's top selection. In other NFL news, the Ravens agreed to terms with former Titans cornerback Chidobe Awuzie on a 1-year contract worth the league minimum. Awuzie was released by the Titans last week and is still owed $7.5 million by the team. Tonight, number 1 Tennessee baseball hosts Queens at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. First pitch at 5 p.m. Number 14 Vanderbilt will host Eastern Kentucky at Hawkins Field. First pitch at 6 p.m. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bringing news at once, your home for the Titans and Balls. This 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. 3HL is powered by Ferguson Home. Discover the Mount Juliet showroom at 401 South Mount Juliet Road. Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There she is. Babsy Davenport is here.
What up?
What up, Babsy?
Let's go.
So with our One Topic Tuesday so far, coming off the Cam Ward Pro Day, where are you? Team trade down or take Cam Ward number 1? Babsy Davenport has not wavered.
No, she hasn't.
Take
You know what
Cam.
I want?
She's on the whiteboard.
Cam.
Put it on the board.
That's right.
Executive producer of 3HLSF.
What's up?
Are you trading down or are you taking Cam Ward?
Cam Ward.
Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Team trade down or take Cam Ward, Slay Dog.
Let me put my glasses on.
You know my favorite part about when you got those?
What?
And we were at Twin Peaks and Davenport put them on. She's like, I can't really see because your prescription. You're like, there's no prescription.
Maybe I need
Maybe
one.
Babs can't see.
I haven't had my eyes checked in
I think we all three.
6 years.
Hey, glass company out there, we all need glasses.
No, absolutely. Please.
We all
I'm
need
fighting
glasses.
it. I'm fighting it
Why?
No.
because it makes me feel old.
No, you looked good with the glasses, remember?
Yeah, I thought I looked like a school teacher.
Is that bad?
I know, like Babs.
My dad's a teacher.
Shout out to
No, it's not a hate for the teachers.
I mean, Babs probably don't want to look like your dad. I'm just going to say.
Yeah, but she said
That was a bad throw in, Monty.
She said school teacher like it was like a bad thing.
No, you know what I meant.
I think a lot of dudes like that look, Babs.
I know one thing.
It made me look smarter.
There you go. You don't want to look smart. The reason I put these on, because I'm trying to figure out who am I trading back for and what?
Well, I mean, that's a question, too. Like,
Oh,
what-
and let me tell you about all the scenarios.
let me tell you something.
Quite a few on
So
that.
Because
the
my
Titans are
husband
gonna-
has done them all
The Titans are going to work out Shedeur
dinner.
Sanders.
pretty much every other night.
See, you get on me for having a dream that the Titans took Ashton Genty, but your husband had a very detailed dream about multiple trades that gave him 14 picks in this draft and 6 additional picks next year.
I know. Trust me, I hear about it every day.
I know.
Like, it's like a blessing and a curse to be married to a diehard Titans fan.
Yes,
You know?
I can dig it.
I'm like, can we eat dinner and not do a mock draft at the dinner table?
Nope.
Maybe. But then, of course, I'm like, well, now hold on. Let me see. Let me see what that looks like when you trade back 3 times.
So Zeph is with
What'd you
Cam
get?
Ward.
Yeah, currently. But if you trade down to 2 or 3, okay, those are the teams.
You're going to get Travis Hunter.
Either way.
Or Abdul Carter.
Yes.
I ain't heard nothing from about Travis Hunter.
Not Shedeur.
Like a week or two.
You're out on Shedeur that high.
Not out on him.
Because they're going to work him out.
Yep.
And I find it interesting that a lot of people seem to be surprised that they're going to work out Shedeur Sanders. Why would you not do your due diligence?
Because all we hearing is Cam.
Is that what it is?
That's all we hear.
But if you were them, wouldn't you work them out?
Yeah, I'm gonna work out Hunter too.
And Carter.
Yeah.
They will.
And Ashton Genty. You think Brian Callahan's like, hey, Mayor's got something with that dream. I hadn't thought about Ashton Genty, but
per the dream that
now that Mayor had the dream that the Titans took Ashton Genty, maybe we should bring him in here.
Be a Martin Luther King situation.
I mean, at that point, trade down and then draft Ashton Genty.
Yeah, but it was a little different because all running backs are not created.
Right. Yeah, this is true. This is true.
This is true.
Yeah, that's why I'm cool with the trade back. I just don't know who I'm trading back and trying to go get. Because you got so many holes to fill. Like, if we needed a corner/receiver, that's cool. Abdul Carter, is that enough to go trade back and get him with the 4th, 5th, 3rd pick? Like
4th, 5th, 3rd.
I don't know why I went there.
Okay. You actually threw me when you. I was like, wait a minute. What?
I'm doing like Borgonza and I'm doing.
Yeah.
Trying to throw you off for stuff.
Yeah.
It worked.
It's like when you're running from somebody in the woods and you throw off the scent.
Yeah.
Or like when the goat lets the kangaroo out of the pen.
Yeah, you
like
push somebody down when you're running, and they get down instead of you.
Push them down.
You have so many other holes to fill.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
No, that's true.
So maybe you just go in and say, I'm going to stay with Cam. I'm going to fill the first hole I get to, and that's the quarterback.
Yeah. It's like you go to the ER with 1 gunshot wound as opposed to 12. Easier to deal with one, right?
That's graphic. Easier to stop 1 than 12.
It only took me an hour and 12 minutes to have both of my co-hosts shake their head at me. Over the course of today.
That was a good one.
615-737-1045. Real quick, did y'all see that? I'm going to vary. I'm going to stray for a second. Did y'all see Lady Vol pitcher Carlin Pickens last
yes.
night?
Yeah.
What was it, 70?
78.3?
She threw the fastest softball pitch ever recorded last night from 43 feet away. And it looks different on television. If you go to a college softball game, the first thing you notice is how close to the batter the pitcher is.
Everything.
The first thing you notice.
Yep.
She threw it 78.2 miles per hour, which equates in baseball to 110.
Hey,
holy moly.
That is a rocket for an arm.
Oh, my gosh. It hurts my arm even
I wouldn't even try that, Babs. That little motion you just did? Nah. Yeah, see, no.
It's the snap, too. It's the snap.
That motion's actually more natural for the human body.
What's the Legally Blonde thing with the snap?
The bend and snap.
That's what it is.
No, I'm just going.
Anybody who's seen that movie knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, I knew she had that one.
Yeah,
bend and snap. Ooh, off on the snap.
78.2. And the ball is huge, too. Like, you get hit by that thing?
Yes.
From 43 feet?
That's humming coming
crazy.
at you.
I mean, you can't get out of the way. Like, if like, she lets it slip a little and it's like a mid-shot, you ain't getting out of the way.
Oh, you plucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what, like, baseball pitchers, when they say, look, man, if the ball sails at your head, I ain't throwing at you.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm throwing at you, I'm going to hit you in the midsection because I'm not going to miss.
Yeah, you know it.
Well, sometimes. Sometimes they do aim for the head.
By the way, happy birthday to Tom Glavine today. Chicks did dig the
Braves.
fastball.
There you go. It's your boys, Zephyr.
I forget who put this out there, but they wrote, a skilled hockey player, Tom Glavine, was drafted by the Los Angeles Kings in the 4th round of the 1984 NHL entry draft. When asked why he chose baseball over hockey, his quote was, I had all my own teeth, and I wanted to keep it that way.
Smart.
Man, that dude could hit the outside corner.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating being a fan of another team. 615-737-1045. Brian in Nashville. Brian, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo.
I just wanted to weigh in on the Cam Ward thing and one other thing. So, as far as Cam Ward goes, I kind of sold on him right now, but I really like, for once, what the front office is doing. I called in a few weeks ago and said, feels like every year the Titans front office is playing checkers when everybody else is playing chess, and it finally feels like we're playing chess. You know, what I'd like to see moving forward, though, would be the Titans front office continuing to show interest in some of these other top draft picks, just so we kind of cast a wide net, let these other teams kind of come in and then make us all the best offers we can possibly see, And then, hey, if nothing's worth it and we feel like Cam Ward is the guy, then Cam Ward's the guy. But if somebody trades us the whole house,
I don't think anybody's trading up to get any other player.
No,
is my problem with that one.
Correct. It feels like we're finally playing chess with these teams, and we're actually seeking out to make interest. So it makes me cautiously optimistic. You guys can tell me if I'm crazy or not.
So would you draft Cam Ward, or would you trade back?
I would draft Cam Ward. It feels like he's the most talented, and he's got the most the highest ceiling.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, man. I got it. I just don't think anybody's trading up to one to get anyone other than.
No, I'm cool.
QB1.
Because because like we always say, quarterbacks separate draft, and the only way you're moving up is to go get that guy.
That is
so you know who your suitors are.
Didn't have that on the bingo card. Suitors just went Romeo and Juliet.
It's just like speed dating.
Which is like
sit at the table. Hey, listen, you don't like blondes? Get out of the table. Except you do. Here you go.
Like Romeo and Juliet, except the couple doesn't die in speed dating.
Yes.
Oh, spoiler alert on Romeo and Juliet if you haven't read that from hundreds of years ago.
If you haven't read that in 7th grade when you read it.
All right, Jim Wyatt was at the pro day of Cam Ward. He'll talk to us next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Twitch, please, for Babsy. All right. Now, I had such great results with my knee that I wanted to expedite the results in my hip. So I went back to KellumStemCellInstitute.com and got a shot of the secret sauce. That's right. Yes, your stem cells that have been stored are right there and ready for future and continued use. All you got to do is go tap in. Nanoparticles and other growth factors function by increasing the energy output of our cells as well as improving cell communication. So all they're doing is redeploying and boom, hitting you, and they're just going up there and waking your cells up. Like, get up, man. Let's get this inflammation out the body. And then all the cells, they rise together and say, hey, push the inflammation out. It's kind of simple terms right there. But the secret is out. Call Kellum Stem Cell Institute today and get back to a healthy you. How are you going to do that if you don't have the number? That's why I'm going to give it to you right now. 615-850-4415 is the number. Congestive heart failure, lung issues, autism, or arthritis does not matter. Sit there and talk to Dr. Kellum. Get an understanding. 615-850-4415, KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
What up, though?
I was trying to think of the word influencers, but I came up with infiltrators.
That was a good one, though.
It's interchangeable.
Executive producer of 3HL is Zeph. 3HL powered by Ferguson Home. Discover the Mount Juliet showroom new over at 401 South Mount Juliet Road. Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. And if you're the kind of person that can't make it all come together, like you feel like you can never make that happen, like these guys will do it for you. FergusonHome.com.
That's what I need in my life.
Yeah. Let's get involved with them. Jim Wyatt was at the Miami Pro Day.
Front and center.
Jimmy, are you back now?
I'm back. Yep, got an early flight. Jumped on. I was supposed to be on a flight later tonight, and was able to get on a flight, a little bit earlier. So I just got back in town. So quick trip, and certainly was a very busy and entertaining day.
So what is the next trip for you before we get into Cam Ward?
Owners meeting is coming up down in South Florida at West Palm. It starts this weekend. So that will be the next trip for me, and we'll be there for a couple of days, and then the plan is to go to Boulder for Colorado's Pro Day. So, and then that'll be it till the draft.
Do you get to stay at the Breakers in West Palm?
That's the headquarters. I don't know if I make the cut.
That's a hell of a place, Jim.
It's a pretty nice place. Yeah, I've certainly been on property several times, but never laid my head down on a bed there.
All right, so set the scene for us yesterday. Obviously, ACC Network had it, NFL Network had it. We were watching during breaks, keeping up with everything. There's a lot to get into there, but just on a 10,000-foot view, like what was the setup like at the University of Miami?
Well, it's crazy. Mark Richt was head coach there for a time, and the story that was told to me by somebody that works at Miami yesterday is that they used to have, they didn't have an indoor practice facility back in the day, and they had a pro day scheduled many years ago on a day when there was a thunderstorm that came through and dropped a couple inches of rain on that area within about a 30-minute time. You guys have been down. You know how hard it can rain during that stretch. And so players ran their 40s and did a lot of these drills in standing water on these practice fields. And the story goes, Mark Richt said this has never happened again. He contributed $1 million to kind of start the funding for an indoor practice facility, and some other people contributed, and that's where this was held yesterday, inside the indoor practice facility at the University of Miami, which is a beautiful campus. And it's probably the longest pro day I've ever been to. Everybody was there. Most people were there to see Cam Ward. They've got some other good players, too. They got some receivers. They got some tight ends. They've got some other players that people are interested in seeing doing drills. But Cam Ward was the star of the show, and it took a long time for that part to unfold, but when it did, certainly drew a lot of attention. Titans well represented there, as you mentioned, well represented from different people broadcasting from there. Ran Carthon working for CBS Sports down there. He was working the scene there. Darquandre Diggs, who is Cam Ward's cousin there, talked to him. James Williams, Titans linebacker, was there. People from all over the league were there, and Cam was ready for the show. I mean, he knew what the day was about. He knew the drill. He was ready. It was fun to see guys rally around him. It was fun to see him in his comfort zone, and fun to see him, put his talents on display with a little bit of swagger. And it was as entertaining a pro day as I've been to. I went to Cam Newton's way back in the day at Auburn. But I think this one, when I think back at some memorable ones I've been to, this will rank right up here at the top.
Jim Wyatt with us, TennesseeTitans.com. You mentioned receiver. I want to call him Reposado, but it's Restrepo. He ran a 4.8. I really love that dude as a receiver, but that 4.8 is going to hurt.
Yeah. And I didn't, that was kind of some of the buzz early about his time, and I think he can run better. I like him as a player and as a football player. Sometimes those times will really, play a big role in where you get picked and how people view you, because there's not a lot of guys in the league who've had a lot of success and have stuck on teams with that time. But I'm sure he'll keep working, and their tight end is an impressive looking player as well. So they've got some good talent out of there.
What stood out to you the most about Cam Ward at his pro day?
Well, it was fun. It was neat to see him throw. That's the first time I've seen him throw in person. Obviously, watched him on TV, and that's why so many Titans people were there, is to see him throw. Chad Brinker saw him play against Georgia Tech during the fall, but for Brian Callahan and Mike Berganzi and Nick Holtz and Bo Hardigree and Reggie McKenzie, Dave Ziegler, those are some of the Titans people that were there. That was the first time to see him, and I thought the ball came off his hand well. Thought he was accurate for the most part. He connected on some deep balls. He had a couple of plays where he kind of did some twisting and turning in the pocket and went the other direction and threw on the run. And then I think what the highlight, and it's gotten a lot of plays since then, I was just happened to be in a lucky place where I was shooting across the field where he had just executed a fake handoff and threw a pass, and he happened to be running right toward Chad Brinker and Mike Berganzi, and he said something to him. I was lucky I didn't stop my recording. I kept it rolling, and he said something to him, and they both kind of looked at each other and laughed, and I'm thinking, I wonder what the heck he said. And that's when he uttered the line, that I'm gonna solidify this today. And so
Love that.
I thought that was really funny, and he had talked about that, and I talked to Cam a couple, 3-4 minutes afterward, at least on camera, and then he huddled around and talked to some of the other people that were there from the Titans, broadcast team, and really a nice kid, a confident kid. Has loved spending time with the Titans. Hopes that that's the team that will pick him. I met his parents, who are really nice people. Other people around the Miami support staff who rave about this kid. So, I think what stood out to me, obviously, was his performance on the field and the way he threw the ball, but his leadership qualities and just kind of his humbleness that he is, because he doesn't come. Obviously, Shedeur is a different personality. And my interaction with him has been good too. But Cam definitely reminds you of a young Steve McNair. I asked him about just the way he carries himself and just the way he wants to present himself in the league.
Was the takeaway from the coaching staff and the Titans brass just as glowing as it was with Cam, Jim?
Well, I think so, man. And I heard you guys as I got into the airport and was driving home, just talking about the video of them all kind of yucking it up and hugging each other, and I think that speaks to. I don't think there's anything phony about that. I think that's very natural. I don't think they realized I was filming. Part of me wondered what you guys talk about. Okay, this is great content. It's a great to show how these guys have kind of starting to build this relationship and how much they like each other. But then I did think about that part of it, is what's Will Levis going to think when he sees that. But I think that's the way you are with all these athletes who are trying to make a name for themselves, and you get to know them, in the interview process. You get to know them on a 30 visit. You get to know them from being around them more. They got to spend time with them on Friday. I think that's just kind of relationship building, and that kind of spoke to where they are with him as a person and how much they like his personality. And I think they've grown to really like each other through this process, and they're not done, and they still are going to do the same thing with Shedeur and with Travis Hunter in a couple of weeks, where they're going to go to their pro days and they're going to have private workouts with them. And I know Shedeur's been in the building, and they spent a lot of time with him, so they're going to spend more time with Hunter as well. So, I think when I was with them at the Shrine Bowl and saw them talk to Shedeur, it was kind of same kind of great rapport, and as they get to know each other better.
Jimmy, how much communication were you able to hear as far as him communicating with his guys? Like, I did hear him talk about, one guy messed up on a rep, not saying if it was the quarterback fault or the receiver fault, but we go and get it again. And they reset and when, perfected it the next time out. How much communication took place? Because we don't get to hear him talk that much, because we're not that close.
Well, there was that going on. I was standing right there. I could have reached out and touched some of those receivers.
Right.
If if I had your wingspan, Ron. But
throw a flag on you, Jim.
Oh, we saw you in the video, Jim.
Yeah, some people. It's funny. I saw a video about that Cam Ward talking to Titans officials. People be real disappointed that the Titans official in that picture's got no juice at all. He's just down there writing about it and has no influence in the pick. But I thought that was funny. I was deemed a Titans official, but
moving on up, Jimmy. Moving on up.
Like George and Wheezy.
I think those cargoes and Visor give me away, but it was cool to see them communicate. And yeah, there was a couple of times where the ball went maybe high and wide, or the timing was maybe off, or there was some miscommunication, and they were like, let's do this again and get it right. And they repeated it and got it right. And, that's one thing Cam said after. I mean, this wasn't all about him and him trying to make a good name for himself. He wanted his teammates at the U to have good days as well. So I thought they worked well together. But I think what made it so comfortable for Cam, and he said it himself, is, hey, this felt like just another practice for them, and working through a script and executing things they've been doing since they started playing football together on the Hurricanes, and they just kind of tried to continue that yesterday in front of more people than usual.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that people are surprised. You mentioned them working out Shedeur Sanders. I find it interesting that people are surprised that they're going to do that. Like, I guess we've just been so inundated with Cam Ward notes that people don't stop and think about doing your due diligence to work through. Like, it's not every year you get an opportunity to pick number 1 overall, so you got to take advantage of it, as you would any other draft, no matter where you're picking.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do that because you just don't know. I mean, obviously, you want to get to the point where you, and maybe they're there, but I still think, and Mike Berganza and Brian Callahan both said, I mean, this is another touch point. They're not there yet. There's still work to do, but you want to get to the point where you like one of these guys enough that, you're going to pick them no matter what the trade looks like, because you believe that much in them. But until they're there, I mean, I think you've got to do your homework on both of them. And if it gets to the point where they like Cam Ward head and shoulders above Shedeur Sanders and think, he's a guy that can change this franchise, then they're going to pick him. If they think, their interaction with Shedeur and their exposure to him and their thought process leads them to him, if other people don't have him ranked as high as Cam Ward, maybe you get a boatload and a trade offer, and then you're trading back and picking Shedeur Sanders. Not to say that he couldn't be a contender at 1, but just saying that it seems like the overall consensus is that Ward is 1 and Sanders is 2 in the minds of most teams. But, maybe you can execute something like that. So I think everything's still on the table, and that's why they're doing their homework on all these guys. They're going to be at the top.
Jim Wyatt with us, TennesseeTitans.com. Great info, having spent yesterday at Miami's Pro Day, checking out Cam Ward. So who's next? Is it Colorado or Abdul Carter?
Well, Abdul Carter is Friday in Penn State, but because of his medical situation, I don't know that he is, and I don't know what's been reported there, but I don't know. I think because it's so close to the combine, and that's when there was some hesitation on letting him do the workout. But I kind of get the sense, the feeling is that it's not going to be a show like it was yesterday in Miami. And so I don't know what that pro day is going to look like. Again, I haven't seen what's been reported on Abdul Carter and what he's going to do, but I think the Titans will spend some time with him. It's just a matter of
when and where.
When and where,
yeah. So, and then Colorado is when?
Is April the 4th.
April the 4th, okay.
It's week from Friday.
That is close to the draft.
Yeah, it's getting close. Getting close. But for them, I mean, they have obviously spent time with Shedeur, Travis. Will be more time spent with him coming up, but it's getting close to crunch time.
So you could go to Boulder and then roll on down to San Antonio and watch the All-SEC Final Four.
That'd be a fun trip. How far of a trip is that?
Well, anything's closer than an airplane.
I'll be looking forward to getting home and watching these games. SEC's represented itself very well. I was even proud of Andy. It was a good season. People talking some of these SEC teams on the back end, and the teams that did do their hold up their end of the bargain were teams that were probably 13, 12, 11. You know, the top of the conference all the way through the middle has been kicking butt.
Well, Vandy played well for like 30 minutes.
Well, but Vandy's playing against a team that won their conference is a good team, and Vanderbilt again was number 13 getting in. They didn't have anything to be ashamed of.
No.
So, but the conference has done great, and I'll be curious to see how things play out here over the coming weekend.
I've been blamed by my friend, and you know him, Hi Lewis, who played quarterback at Vanderbilt.
I know Hi Lewis. Yep.
We happened to be texting that day, and I was like, man, Vandy's playing well. They were up 12 at that point, and then he texted me back when they lost, and he's like, you're the reason for this. You do understand that.
Yeah, things just kind of unraveled there. But Hi Lewis, I think, is from out in Colorado. I maybe
he is.
Check on him for some tips when I go out there.
Yep, he's from Denver. Very good, Jim, man. That was great stuff about Cam's Pro Day. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me on. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week.
Thank you. Jim Wyatt, TennesseeTitans.com, at @JWyattSports. When we come back, Ian Rappaport has sourced information about Cam Ward going number 1 overall. He shared this on the Insiders on the NFL Network. We'll play it for you when we come back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. I want to tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry. You need a jeweler in your life. You need someone that will help you with your gifting responsibilities throughout the course of the year. You've got Mother's Day coming up, graduations coming up, and you can get with the Imamali family. They'll be able to help you with whatever you need jewelry-wise. They've got an incredible selection that you can check out online. BrentwoodJewelry.com is the website. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Middle Tennessee community with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they're deeply rooted within this community, from Salem's service in the Special Forces to his son serving as local firefighters. The Imamali family is dedicated to giving back. Support local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry. Brentwood Jewelry, here to help you pop the question. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings, or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Brentwood Jewelry, 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you. Happy Tuesday. Remember, coming up Thursday, man. Hang with us. College Hoops is at Fog Street Lawn Club.
Better come on over there and catch some games.
Join us at Fog Street on Thursday, starting at 3 o'clock for the ultimate college basketball watch party featuring a live broadcast from us, 3HL. Purchase a $10 buffet ticket to get unlimited appetizers and drink ticket while you enjoy the games. Visit more. For more information, visit 1045thezone.com. 3HL powered by Ferguson Home. Discover the Mount Juliet showroom at 401 South Mount Juliet Road. Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. We were talking about, obviously, Cam Ward pretty much all day. We asked the question, if you want to weigh in, following Cam Ward's pro day, where are you? Team trade back or draft Cam Ward number one?
Where yet?
615-737-1045 with more on this topic. Ian Rappaport has sourced information about Cam Ward going number one overall. He shared this on the Insiders on the NFL Network.
Yeah, Cam Ward should be confident. Now, first of all, as far as where he slots in from compared to the other quarterbacks, compared to the other top prospects, it does seem to me, based on the people I've spoken with, and this is obviously not a surprise, that he's looking increasingly likely that Cam Ward is the number one overall pick. It is not done. People are not done with their evaluations. We don't even know what team is going to pick number one, but certainly seems the most likely scenario is that Cam Ward is number one. As far as the Tennessee Titans go, my understanding, despite the fact that they haven't signed a veteran quarterback yet, still need one, and do not yet have an entrenched starter, haven't made the firm and final decision that they are making the pick. They are still going through the evaluation process. That includes, obviously, this pro day. It includes, obviously, talking with members of the Tennessee Titans staff, dining with them during the course of his pro day and before his pro day. I'm told the Titans are also going to have private workouts with Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. Those should be over the next 2 or so weeks. It is all part of the process, guys, for them to evaluate where they are. Do they want to consider
other options?
Other options.
Whether they are 100% committed to this pick, they're going to do their due diligence. That's how these type A people work, and they're smart to do it. Mm-hmm. But I also think it's smart to get out there what Ian Rappaport just reported, that they're not necessarily sold on him and all these things.
Yeah, so they can
options, keep people guessing.
Yeah, get some people to climb up and think that.
Give us your best offer.
Yeah, there you go, babs. Real simple.
Just give it to us.
That's real simple.
Come heavy. He looks good.
Find another trade partner, which if need be.
You need to fix your disaster at quarterback, too. We have a lot of disasters we need to fix. We're willing to listen.
Yes.
Give me your best offer.
Yes.
OBO.
Right, and to that
or
point,
best offer.
Yeah.
And to that point, they're going to work out Shedeur Sanders to do their due diligence. And interesting, if y'all caught Jim Wyatt talking about Abdul Carter and saying that he doesn't know what the reporting is about his injuries lately, and kind of made it sound like that maybe the Titans don't go to that pro day because he said they'll meet with him.
It's not much you're going to do, though.
It just, if he's not going to do a lot, they'll meet with him. It's just a matter of where and when.
When do the 30 visits start? They already started, correct?
They've already started.
Okay, so you can just bring them in for one of the 30s.
That's right.
Like, we ain't even got to take that trip.
But if they don't send the same amount of people up there, people are going to run with that.
Yeah,
that's going to be a story.
Take off running, because we don't even understand as a fan base or anything. Like, this brother was coming out of the combine talking about he may have the surgery. He trying to prove to people why he shouldn't have the surgery. Like
there was a second injury.
Yeah, see, we straight.
Right.
Yeah, we cool.
Or injury. It was found.
Right, it was fine. Yeah,
during his medical.
Said he'd been playing with it for all this time. He can show like, we'll be right here. You come on down for one of these 30s. No, but hey.
So it's
we know he ain't taking number one because we don't want to see Big Slay in the street in traffic.
So if you have Big Slay in traffic, Big Slay in traffic might. I don't know. You can move cars,
back and still get
him. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like this.
Why would you?
I don't need to send nobody there for that.
Mm.
Is this like when you have new friends and it's like a debate whether or not you go to their house or have them over to your house?
Kinda. But then they ain't even got no food over their house.
That.
Yeah, they ain't. No, we got food over here.
But they are going to Colorado's pro day because you've got Shedeur Sanders, who's a quarterback, obviously, and another one of these. So you've got two.
Yeah.
Potential top four picks.
So you need to go see that. Yeah.
Did y'all see Abdul Carter's tweet from yesterday?
Yes.
What was it? A line?
He tweets like a wide receiver, which is hilarious. And if you don't know what that means, like a diva. And like
diva, that's a little harsh. How about confident?
No. I'm with Steph on this one. Like, you don't want to generalize like positions or people or whatever, but like wide receivers and diva, that's kind of a thing.
And like
that's
these like
corners,
cryptic like tweets. But this is what he tweeted yesterday: number 1 overall pick, 30 days away. Don't let all this QB need talk fool y'all. It's already known who's the best. No QB is in that discussion. Like I said, the best player goes number 1. Generational. Remember.
Jeez.
I tell you what, he's trying too hard.
I love that.
He's grasping at straws.
He's
now.
trying too hard to sell himself.
Yeah, you ain't got to do that one.
I mean, does your view of him change though because of his injury, because of the extra medical stuff they found? Does that your view that does not change your view on him?
He wasn't gonna be 1 for me anyway. He wasn't gonna be 3 for me either.
Your take is that he's only had his hand in the dirt for a year.
Yep.
I mean, if I'm them, I trust my.
I want somebody else to take a chance on him.
If I'm them, I trust my medical team's analysis and no one else's, including his.
Is this a trade? Is this if I was a I was a Michigan fan. If I was a Penn State fan, would I feel the same way I would about when Trey Smith? Is it that type of medical situation? I don't feel them standing on the table for him, knowing that it's that type of situation.
Right?
Is he worried that he's going to fall because of the medicals?
Probably,
and that's why he's.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, Big Jeff fell, right?
Yep.
Now that's torn ACL.
That's the job of the teams, though.
That was you knew you wouldn't have him for the first year from all of this. You know, you should have Abdul Carter by then.
They want to get you cheaper. Why would they want to if they don't have to spend a first round? I mean, a 1 pick, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can get you for the 15th, 16th pick.
Mm-hmm.
All teams are in cahoots for that.
Yes, they are.
Does it tell you something if the Titans don't go in full to Abdul Carter, but they do for Travis Hunter?
No.
In terms of like if they trade back, is Hunter the guy over Abdul Carter?
No, that's two different.
I would bet that he is anyway, but I don't know.
But when you're looking at just even a resume, like what Babs just said, this is a guy that put his hand in the dirt 1 year, and you talking about a guy that's a Heisman candidate, not even a candidate, a Heisman winner. You know what I'm saying? That did it on every single level. When you go from Jackson State to Colorado to, you know what I mean, increasing his role as far as playing time, hearing about him practice, humble, conditioning is crazy. Like, these are two totally different. I need to see that one in person.
Yeah.
Abdul, I've seen you. I've seen you a couple times on film and everything. I saw you at the combine. You look pretty good, bro.
Well, and can't you do a visit closer to time too?
Yeah.
See where he is?
Yeah. When he feels healthier or whatever. Like let's get
That's
you some
what I
time.
do. I would do a closer to time, get those medicals on your own
Travis Hunter, I need to see that.
later. Yeah.
While seeing Shador.
In person.
Yes, like up close in person.
Yes. Those two guys together, that's a great opportunity that you don't normally get.
No.
Cam Ward made a strong throw as he rolled towards Brian Callahan and Mike Borgonzi yesterday. He said something to them after he made that throw. Cameron Wolf and Brian Baldinger sat down with Cam Ward. They asked him about that and a bunch of other stuff. We'll play that for you when we come back, so you'll hear a lot from Cam Ward next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. If you are often feeling tired, lacking motivation and drive, gaining weight, or noticing loss of muscle mass, these could all be signs of low testosterone. Don't wait. Find out at Low T Center. They make it easy for you to get your levels checked. It's just a simple test, and with their on-site lab, you'll get your results back right there. Low T Center, not a typical doctor's office. Their physicians specialize in treating low T with testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT, for each patient. The experts at Low T Center have more than a decade of experience helping patients, and super important, their personal treatment plans are optimized for each patient. These are not just basic standard treatments for current patients. Low T Center offers you a $150 referral credit for each new patient that you refer. And at Low T Center, you can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. So get back to being your best. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Okay, now I start my engine. It's a big truck. It's a big truck with a small engine, but the damage has been done. So when you're leaving, wherever you're coming from, where you're coming from dinner, you're coming from a sports event, and one trucker was probably looking down, texting on his phone. He forgot he was controlling probably a 80,000-pound truck. Yeah, a lot of freight on there. Just T-boned you. You're okay, though. You're okay. Car, it's not. Now, with a regular car, probably done with. Not a fair fight. What else is not a fair fight is you versus the insurance companies. You better believe trucking companies have teams of lawyers working to pay you as little as possible. It's their job. That's where Bart Durham Injury Law comes in. My good buddy Blair Durham and his team know how to take on any trucking company that comes and tries to fight for compensation. Yeah, not that they deserve, but that you deserve. That's where they're going to fight for you. They've been standing up for people in our community for decades, making sure big corporations don't get away with cutting corners. If you or someone you love has been in a big truck accident, don't go at it alone. Call 615-242-9000 today. Bart Durham Injury Law, protecting the injured, fighting for what's right, because you deserve to be paid.
Good afternoon. It is 5:02. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. Adam Schefter reporting today that the Titans will hold an additional private workout with potential number 1 overall pick Cam Ward. Schefter said that the Titans have become increasingly impressed with Ward, and while they're expected to listen to offers for the number 1 overall pick, it would now take an even stronger package to acquire the draft's top selection. In other NFL news today, the Ravens agreed to terms with former Titans cornerback Chidobe Awuzie on a 1-year contract worth league minimum. Awuzie was released by the Titans last week, is still owed $7.5 million by the team. Number 1 Tennessee baseball is set to host Queens today at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. First pitch any minute on the SEC Network Plus. And over at Hawkins Field, number 14 Vanderbilt baseball will host Eastern Kentucky. First pitch for that one at 6 p.m. For our foundation repair and want to bring news, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bring news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. 3HL powered by Ferguson Home. Discover the Mount Juliet showroom at 401 South Mount Juliet Road. Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. Lots of traffic out there on Division Street. Be careful out there, especially if Slay starts playing in traffic.
Nah, as long as the Titans don't go get Abdul Carter, I'm cool.
Oh, my
They
gosh.
don't worry about me. I'll continue to stay in the building. Won't be in the traffic.
How did you spend the moments after the Titans selected Will Levis last year?
I was just going to say,
Pulled over in
you
the
do
parking lot.
realize he said this last year,
Yeah.
basically.
You got
with
out
Will
of
Levis,
traffic.
Or
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I had
2
to
years
get
ago.
over because
That's
I started to see little black dots. Like when you either get like a head rush
Or you look
start to
into the
get
sun
dizzy.
too long.
Yeah, yep. And that was it would have been okay if I would have been by myself, but I had LaRon with me, so I didn't want him to be, unsafe by me driving, by not being able to see because of the pick that was just taken.
So, what you're saying is they tend to do this to you.
Yeah, they've done this one. They've done this one to me. I would hope they wouldn't want me to walk through that again. Like that was that felt like, for everybody out there that's seen the movie Gladiator, that felt like when he would be right there on the verge of checking out, and then he would be in the big field and running his hands against the wheat field, and he can envision his wife and kids down way down, and his kid would be running to him, and before he could get to his kids, he would wake up and be right back in the gladiator life instead of being able to go into his peaceful return to his family. That was me. I was right there, and I saw it about to.
You saw the sea of tranquility.
Yeah, I was right there, and I was no longer in the truck driving. I was out walking along the interstate, and the traffic was coming, and I'm so glad I was pulled over, because once I pulled over in Shoney's, boom, I woke up. And I looked and I touched LaRon. I said, "You're still here, so I'm still here. We're together. We're here." So,
Oh, boy.
Sports affects people.
It was I'm telling you, that was a time right there, man.
Like you literally told us in the chat. We started talking about it, and you were like, "I'm not going to be in here."
Yeah,
I'm checking
dog,
out.
I gotta move. This was, man.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was dangerous.
He wouldn't talk for a while.
Dog, I'm telling you, that felt like I was in witness protection, and my residence had got found out.
WPP.
I gotta get out of here. Yeah,
I
this ain't working.
think you went home and took a nap, and then you started.
I'm trying to tell you, I was exiting out. I'm telling you, I had to go relocate. I did, man. That was wild, man. Because I know what I saw. I know my eyes saw.
You're like Superman. Sometimes you just got to go back to the Hall of Justice.
That's why I got my little glasses now.
And you got the boom boom room.
I'm cool. I'm all right. It was rough.
All right. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There she is, Babsy Davenport.
What up?
What up, Babsy?
Happy Tuesday. It's beautiful out. It's sunny. I know you might be sitting in traffic, but you've got Ron Slay's analogies to help get you through it.
Shouldn't we all be on a porch somewhere with a margarita in our hand?
Probably.
A cigar.
Okay, that too.
With a cigar?
Yeah, a bourbon.
Just go back to one of the Nashville OG's Rio Bravo porch and just have a drink.
By the way, did you see Nashville OG Sambuca is closing?
I saw that. 20 years. in the Gulch. That's the
Now,
OG
listen,
Gulch place.
I
Felt like
mean,
it was way
I
more
used
than
to
20.
hang out there back in my
That was
younger
it.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could get in first of all, it was going to be packed.
Yes.
If you can get in there and get some of that live band action.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first place in the Gulch. Like, the Gulch wasn't the
Yeah.
Gulch.
Yep.
There was nothing in the Gulch.
Sambuca was just on the
Sambuca.
corner of the street over there.
Yep. That's wild.
Oh, it's so sad.
Dang, Sambuca.
See, all of us old school Nashville people are like, "Bruh."
Now,
all these new school
It's a real
people are
live
like,
party.
oh, what the hell is that?
yeah, they don't care.
I don't know. What is
I
it?
will say this. One of the places that is still left is San Antonio Taco Company, and I drove by there today, and they have a board on the porch. They have a great porch, too, with trees and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's pervasive.
I don't know how we do that all the time.
All the time. If she was talking, then me and you would
do it.
Yeah.
We've been around each other too much.
We just need that little drop. You can just throw that in there. You don't even have to do it. But anyway, they had a sign that said, we're now hiring.
Oh.
So, San Antonio, Satco?
They trying to hang on.
Yeah.
I've never eaten there.
Oh, my gosh.
People always talk about it.
We need to go do
We
lunch
need to
there
go
one
do
day.
that. Yeah.
Well,
Let's
y'all
do
let
a
me-
lunch
y'all let me
here
know
coming
when.
up.
There
I
were
know
all
ain't no
kinds of
big
people on the
talking
porch over there. That's where Shannon Terry, remember when they sold Rivals?
Yep.
He told us a story, and they were all sitting around. They ordered a beer, and all their phones went off at the same time. The money went through.
I need my we need to
How
go there.
about that moment? Somebody needs to do a movie about Shannon Terry.
Or just let us live through it and somebody while we over there eating, let us get a little message like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like many millions of dollars.
Man, I don't know where it's coming from, but we'll accept it.
And a lot of people just go to the beach. Shannon's like, nah, I'm gonna redo this thing 24/7.
That's how you do it.
And then it happens again. He's like, nah, I'm gonna do it on 3.
He right here. On 3 is exploding. Sheesh.
So good. They got Shannon's so freaking smart, dude. Like sometimes I say to people that come on our show, like, we're not smart, and I'm speaking for me. Like, I'm not smart enough to even be talking with you.
Right.
But thanks for being on.
We appreciate you.
Remember I said that to the Secretary of the Navy?
Yes.
Yeah. She's very higher up.
She was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. I appreciate you having me.
And then, like, we dive into this is fun. This is funny about we call our interviews conversations, not interviews necessarily, because that's our goal and our plan, and hopefully that comes across to you guys. But that's one that sticks out to me because remember she worked in the Pentagon, so we had no idea like her backstory necessarily, and we were like, "Where were you on 9/11?" And she paused and she said, "Well, I was about 9.5 months pregnant, so I was at home. Had I not been pregnant, or had it been 2 weeks earlier, I would have been at the Pentagon."
Right there.
And she lost friends and
Where it had-
coworkers.
yep.
And, yeah. But because she was pregnant, she was not there.
That's so.
Yeah. 615-737-1045. We'll get back to the Cam Ward discussion, and we'll throw you all a question if you are just tuning in. But I did want to point this little tweet out from Peter Burns.
What'd he say?
About the success of the SEC.
What'd he say?
Here's what he said. So SEC gymnastics is going on. They had their meet and all this stuff. Not all of the schools have gymnastics programs. Title IX, you get to the point where you pick and choose in soccer or softball or gymnastics or whatever. So here's his tweet. All 9 SEC gymnastics teams get national seeds into the tournament. Okay. Record-setting 7 men's college basketball teams into the Sweet 16. Record tying with the SEC, 6 women's college basketball teams into the Sweet 16. In baseball, you have number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 6 in the top 10. In softball, you have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 7 in the top 10. By the way, Tennessee is 7th in the country in softball. They're 6th in the SEC.
That's just crazy.
Men's golf, you've got number 1, number 2, and number 6 in the top 10. Women's golf, you have 4 of the top 10. And in women's tennis, you have 5 of the top 10. It just means more.
Amen.
If you ever need, just need SEC propaganda, check out Peter Burns'
He's got plenty of it.
Twitter feed. He's got you.
He's got you covered.
Yes, he does.
And it's stuff that'll blow your mind.
Yeah, it's some great numbers.
615-737-1045. So, obviously, the Pro Day happened yesterday for Cam Ward. We had Jim Wyatt on, who was there earlier in the show. So you can check his he had some great information, great stories about what happened. and his thoughts about what happened. Where you get your podcast, look for our Jim White conversation today. That I think you would enjoy it. Also, the NFL Network down there doing a lot of things, and Cam Ward obviously has arm talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny when I hear people say that his arm isn't spectacular, because I think he's got a great arm talent, right? Like you saw it in the pro day. Like he rolled out, through a laser.
This art.
And then had some words for Brian Callahan and Mike Borgonzi. Cameron Wolf and Brian Baldinger asked him about that and more. We will play that for you when we come back, and you will hear Cam Ward because that's who they're talking with. That's next 3HL. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Question of the day, would you draft Cam Ward or are you team trade down? 615-737-1045.
Time to hoop it up. Let's get to it. Now, it's the food that's going to be what's going to get you craving that great, phenomenal, fresh, delicious food that you're going to eat. It's Shoney's. They're back, baby. Hoops Madness season is here, and leave it to Shoney's to get you all the catering done. Anything you're looking to do to host your watch party, they got you covered. Now, did you know that from all the fresh and delicious items from Shoney's, you can get them right at home? Well, that's why I'm talking to you. I'm talking about getting that juicy All-American burger and fries, the crispy polished shrimp, that tasty turkey club sandwich. It is phenomenal. Put a little bacon on that bad boy. Hand-breaded chicken strips, classic Slim Jim sandwich with something on the menu for everyone. The convenience of ordering Shoney's right to your doorstep, just a click away. You can order online any items from Shoney's breakfast, lunch, and dinner menus. It's real simple. Real easy to do. All you got to do is go to Shoney's and find out exactly which one is close to you and have it right there for you. So get it in time for the madness. And next time you're in the mood for Shoney's Fresh Food Bar, stop in and take it to go. From any location, Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and Donaldson Pike, right there in Nashville. Order Shoney's favorite online from delivery. Visit Shoney's.com or on your favorite delivery app. Shoney's, let's eat.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay with you. Cam Ward's pro day yesterday. Where are you as we've got that in the rearview mirror now? Cam Ward number 1 overall or team trade down?
You asking the people?
I'm asking the people. 615-737-1045. Although maybe people are just tuning in, Davenport has never wavered. She's Cam Ward.
Ever since January 17th.
Zeph has gone back and forth a little bit, but he is currently at Cam Ward.
This is my first time flipping.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you had trade down for Travis Hunter at one point.
That was my thing from the start.
Yeah, January 7th was his trade back for Travis.
So you just flipped now.
I did, I just now flipped. Well,
January 17th he flipped.
What?
Whatever, he flipped.
Tell you what the board says.
The board don't lie.
The board, that is bingo. Like, you're not finna argue with the board.
Okay, I won't argue with the board.
I mean, it's a big board.
It might be bigger than me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Get
So
on the board.
this started January 7th.
We've got Burks over under receptions from last year. Nathaniel watch list.
What was it?
What was Burks over under last year?
We said it at 32.5.
We said this is without injury.
Well, yeah, but
You got injured. Ain't nothing. What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
Okay.
He got,
What you want me to do?
He got, 8 targets?
He got
4 catches?
injured.
He got
again.
injured, Zeph. What do you want him to do? Go out there
targets
injured
for
and
it.
play? You just read something for the little guy from Miami.
Reposado.
Yeah.
Restrepo.
Restrepo.
Yeah. Strippo.
I keep thinking about margaritas on porches.
Yeah, he said his hamstring got tightened up, and that's why he ran slow.
In the pre run.
Yeah.
The dude.
And that's why he ran slow.
So Slay and I were talking about that, man. When your hamstring tightens up, just tell everybody like I'm sorry,
before you run.
Yeah.
Tell people before you run,
Before you run.
not after. Because then it just looks like you're making
But
excuses.
Slay's been through that, so it's easier said than done.
It
Do you want
'Cause you want to compete.
Well, yes, true. Well, and he is ridiculously competitive too. Like his story, like all he knows is work growing up. Like that's his story. His mom had him at 15. Dad was just 16. And they basically showed him early on, hey, listen, you can do hard things. Mom was like at every single one of his practices. By the way, she, I believe, she got an offer to play softball at FSU before she got pregnant.
The mom did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
Mom.
Pregnant at 15 and so couldn't go play softball basically, but she's ultra competitive too and so has raised him that way. Like she would go to all of his practices in Miami after practices would be like, hey, you need to do this better. you need to work on this. Hey, we have to do this. But anyway, his parents never missed a game, like super supportive and taught him like hard work all the time.
So speaking of women's sports, that reminded me of Juju Watkins last night.
Man, that's some bull, man. Bullshit.
Coming down on a break
Hate that.
and went down and tore her knee up, and she's done for the season. And an incredible player.
Injuries robs us for so many things.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So many things.
But
she'll be back.
She will. We're going to go to the phones and get your take. Where are you following Cam Ward's pro day? Are you team trade down, or are you like Ramon Foster this morning? Or are you Cam Ward all day, every day, like Don Davenport? 615-737-1045. Cam Ward made that strong throw as he rolled towards Brian Callahan and Borgonzi. He really showed the arm strength there. He said something to them after he made that throw. Cameron Wolf and Brian Baldinger from the NFL Network asked him about that and more. Check this convo out with Cam Ward, 3HL.
How many pro days you watch going forward? When does it sink in that you were the front-facing member of this draft class, this moment, given all the journey you've had to get here?
I never really thought about it, honestly. And I'm just blessed to be in a position for all 32 teams to be here. You know, not only for myself but for my teammates. I've been blessed, and so it hasn't sunk in yet. But I'm excited for the future.
I was talking to Sam Brown, during the workout, And, you know, everybody makes this out to be a big production. But he's like, we do this after practice every day. Like, did it almost feel like that at some point? Like, you're just, I mean, obviously the guys, you know, want to put on a good show, you want to perform, but, like, did it feel like this is our routine?
Yeah, this was practice for us. That's why you see like 2 or 3 reloads. We would get it right back, like what we did at practice throughout the season. So
if you miss a throw or the receiver doesn't get there,
if they don't like how their route was, we getting it back at the end of practice.
Yeah, gotta get it right.
So that's just always our mindset as us as a whole quarterback and receiver room. And I know I was just surrounded by a great group of guys from JG to Sherpo, Sam, Elijah, Cam. But the script, it was a good script because it was stuff that I did a lot of during the season. So really, I'm just imitating plays I already did in my mind. I'm thinking more first and second down, third down scenarios. Like that's why we had some motions on there. And I'm just going through game time stuff. I'm not really thinking about throwing this specific route and this drop. To me, it's just all game things.
There was a throw that you did on the run, where you hit a dime, and it looked like you turned to the Titans brass, Chad Brinker and Mike Gorzanzi, and said something to him.
Yeah,
what did you say to him?
I said, I'm solidifying it today. And
you solidified
I said.
Locking it up.
They heard you? They laughed
I made sure they heard me.
So I guess off that tip, the Titans obviously have the #1 overall pick. They like you. They've had you in the building. What did you want to show them today?
I'll say not only showing them, but every other team just throwing on rhythm. Whether it's 3 steps on rhythm, 5 steps on rhythm for under in the gun, heavy play action, gun 5 with movement outside the pocket, just showing them all, under center stuff that I didn't get to show as much during the season, let them know that I'm capable of it. Because at the end of the day, the NFL is not playing under center all the time. They're in the gun, but you got to be able to do it. And so that was the main focus for me. And then other than that, it was just making it all about my receivers, trying to throw them catchable balls, make sure not have balls hit the ground. We had a couple. But at the end of the day, you ain't going to be perfect. You always got stuff to get better at.
Thoughts?
Right where I left off yesterday.
Solidifying it.
This was it. This was a showcase. Like, with everybody being there, this is a normal day. When you get up, only thing they probably did different, they didn't do conditioning before going to go work out. And probably didn't lift. But this is the day in the life of a professional player getting ready for the draft. Nothing different. I guarantee it wasn't nothing different.
His line about I'm solidifying this today. It's funny. I think that's a good example in terms of the medium that we have and that TV have, to be able to play that audio and for you to hear him say it as opposed to read those words. Because I think a lot of times people might read those words and take a different tone as to how he said it and what he meant by it. But when you hear him say it, I thought that was awesome.
Y'all felt like
he's competing to be it's like you compete in games, but these guys are also competing to be the #1 pick. That is their dream. That is their goal.
You feel like he solidified it?
I do. I think he's going #1.
What about you, Babs?
I think it was already solidified.
I agree with that. That's a good way to put it, Babs.
I don't think he did anything to hurt it.
Nope.
I don't think he did anything to hurt it. I didn't walk away in wild mode.
No, but I didn't expect to either.
I'm just not a pro day.
Yeah, I'm with that too. But I'm okay with solidifying it, just walking away like, I don't know what we're going to see anybody else for. I think you still got to go see Shedeur and Travis.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, because you never know what you're going to get offered.
That too. Yep.
Because if it's something you can't refuse,
you got to,
as the Titans,
you got to be ready.
Then you're looking at
those
two guys.
To pivot,
then those 2 guys are your next options.
But to Babs' point, to your point, I just think, he is the #1 pick. Whether it's the Titans or in a trade, he's the #1 guy. 615-737-1045. Where are you guys on that following Cam Ward's Pro Day and some of the things you've heard and read about what happened yesterday? Team trade down or Cam Ward #1? Kevin in Hoptown. Kevin, what's up?
Hey, not much. How y'all doing?
Good, man.
So here's my question. In my personal opinion, I think they should trade down. I think Cam Ward's a great talent, but, it doesn't matter if they bring in Burt Ward Cleaver. If they don't have nobody to catch the ball, he can throw all the beautiful passes he throws, he ain't got nobody to catch them. So my question is, if they do trade down, would y'all be opposed to the Titans maybe going for a running back like Jency? Because the man's pretty talented.
This has got to be Mayor. This has got to be Mayor.
Kevin, I had a dream last night that the Titans took Ashton Genty at running back. I did.
I mean, if you really think about it, it's a good fit for the Titans. They're basically, with a good running back, they don't have to have as great of an offensive line. They haven't had a good offensive line in a long time. You know, it would make sense for them to consider taking a running back because he's a good talent too. I don't think people are talking enough about him.
I think he's going to be a superstar. He's going to be something. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Only way you get him is if you trade way back. And then to y'all's point, they have so many other needs. But
running back is not like top 12 on their list right now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
As far as need.
Well, 615-737-1045. Let's go to Antioch. Rodney out there. Rodney, what up?
First side, west side, salute to Ron Slay.
That's right, west side. President Taylor, what's up?
What's up, Slay?
45, what's going on?
Man, you're a legend, Slay. Just glad to be able to listen to you, baby.
Appreciate
but
you,
listen,
baby.
you got to stop it with the Cam Ward talk. It's got to end today. You got to end the Cam Ward talk today.
So tell us where we're going.
Like we've drafted some Travis Hunter. There is no player that has ever been in the NFL like Travis Hunter. Please stop it.
Except for his college coach. But, yeah.
That is a surefire number one pick. We could mess it up with Shedeur. We could mess it up with Cam. We've seen it before. I don't know what the analytics say about picking a quarterback number one, but it's not very good. But I know who's going to be good in the NFL and who's going to have a long career. It is Travis Hunter. Do not waste your money. Don't waste your money, Titans. I know we need a quarterback, sure. We don't want Levis, but guys, come on. You got to stop. You're going into the unknown again. Stop going into the unknown.
Thank you, Rodney. Appreciate you, man. I mean, that's really the only comparison is Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that's all.
Because people want to say Champ Bailey and some of these other guys. Not this dude playing 100 snaps a game.
Consistently. Not consistently. Listen. I said at the beginning, man, I could be persuaded on Travis Hunter. If one person in the draft that can get me, it's Travis Hunter.
What do I always say? I love entertainment.
Is it because it's a 2-for-1?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just a special, unicorn talent, right?
And what I'm so enamored by is I almost got dumped. It was rough. The condition.
How close to out of your mouth was that?
It was there.
Like your tongue stopped.
It was there. Dog, the conditioning of this athlete to play that elite is, I'm not sure people really understand what that is.
I think you would have to play him at corner with a package at wide receiver.
That's cool.
Right?
I don't care how they do it. But that right there,
that's what Deion was. And how impactful was Deion at wide receiver? With just all Deion's packages were get him the ball as quickly as possible. That's all it was.
Dog.
It's not like he was running all 9 routes.
I'm telling you, this man right here different. So I can be persuaded.
If they trade down, right?
No, like who's your edge rusher? Like we can go, who's your safety? Who's your coach for real? You know what I mean? We gonna know that in a minute. So I feel what you're saying. I'm just saying, like I can be persuaded. We're gonna be able to ask that every year. Who's your quarterback until we find one?
Yeah, unless you draft Cam and he's the franchise guy, and then all of a sudden you're in a completely different position.
Then I can't get past this whole idea that the Cleveland Browns people were throwing out there about having to trade a number one because the Giants are going to jump them if the Titans do trade.
Right.
And then you end up with the Browns and the Titans first round picks next year.
Yeah.
Those are 2 top 10 picks, maybe 2 top 5 picks.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
And next year's quarterback, you got Arch Manning, you got Nico, you got all these dudes that are like 30 that are still playing college football. Like who else can? Klubnik, Aller, I don't want those guys. I'm just saying, like, there's so many quarterbacks next year.
Yeah, hey, man.
Travis Hunter's the guy for me if you trade down.
Dude. I'm just saying, dude, that's a.
They did let a corner walk.
That's a special human being, dog. That conditioning factor. You know how many times we talked about like somebody having to come out of the game?
Well, and what does that conditioning factor tell you about his competitiveness and his desire to be the best?
You want to be in there. That's all we've seen from him.
How much is that affected, though, by grown man's game in the NFL?
Yeah,
as far as a two-way
I'm with that, but it's always a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? But
we sure haven't seen a guy like this.
That's all.
And we've seen some two-way players.
Still tough.
All right, so John in the chat just said this. I want your response to it. Travis Hunter is so overrated. Don't get me wrong. He's really good and playing both ways is super impressive, but he's never really played against elite talent on either side of the ball.
You have to evaluate.
I'm gonna go with this one, man. Listen. I
mean, Jerry Rice played where? Mississippi Valley State?
Man, regardless. I feel all that. I feel everybody can come up with some kind of equation. I'm going to go off what the peers say. The people that played the game, that rave about them, that we keep continuing to hear people talk about, from special talents as a Pac-Man, from Marshawn Lynch, like to all these people that played the game, say how special this man, even Champ Bailey, say how special this man's talent is. These people, one thing you ain't never got to worry about an athlete doing is going out on the limb for another athlete.
Well, and
you never got to worry about that. Do it special, man.
I don't dive into.
You know what it looks like.
I don't dive into the argument that, because you played at this school and didn't play other schools that
come on, dog.
You can't be evaluated, because we've seen Hall of Famers that don't play Division I football.
Come on, man.
Much less Power 5.
That's come on. Come on, dog.
Right?
You know what it looks like. If you've seen enough of it, you know what it looked like to say so the man.
My favorite running back of all time.
The Heisman, man. Why he ain't win the Heisman? Because he played the most plays, the most snaps. Like, what we talking? The Heisman? What we talking about?
Walter Payton is my favorite running back of all time.
And that's cool.
I did.
That's cool. I'm just saying, though, but even to be in that conversation, though, Babsy.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you played against, like those, what was it, four finalists? Those are the elite of college football across the entire landscape. D1, D2, D3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Like,
I also want to point out, I feel like you, regardless of the competition, you can get a better feel from a film standpoint at what they're capable of, as opposed to maybe an offensive lineman at a smaller school not going up against,
I agree with that, because
big trick play.
It's a difference.
Athleticism don't lie.
It's a difference.
Correct. And I feel like it's a little bit different when you're talking about a corner or you're talking about a receiver.
Yeah.
Right.
I can get down with that. But I was going to make the point. My favorite running back of all time is Walter Payton. He didn't play Division I football.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I don't get down with those questions.
That is. I never really respected anybody that tries to use that, like, especially in that spot, like what you just gave, situational. That is, that ain't. Come on, dog.
615-737-1045. Drew in Hendersonville. Drew, what's up?
What's going on, guys? How are we?
Good.
Hey, so honestly, man, after hearing that clip of Cam Ward, was that at his pro day? Is that what that was?
Yep, that was yesterday.
Yeah, with the NFL Network.
That kid's confidence is unbelievable, man. To do that, to throw that kind of throw, and then look straight at Mike Borgonzi, and just say that. I mean, my God,
around, man.
I mean, his arm. Yeah. I mean, he's kind of the full package. I don't see why or how you could pass up on him. We can all go all the way back to the Florida game. I mean, I've just never seen so much calmness in a quarterback in such a hostile environment. I mean, I'm sure you guys probably remember one play where he was going out of bounds. He literally walked as the defender was coming at him to the out of bounds. Like, his just poise, his charisma, just everything about him I love and I'm all about. I haven't seen a quarterback this confident, and I don't know how long. He's just so confident with his game, and God, man, he would be such a good addition with the Titans. I just want to tell thoughts on that.
It's matter-of-fact confidence, too. Like, some guys you kind of come away with, thank you, Drew, thinking, man, that's some false confidence. Like, Pat Summitt used to talk about that with some of her players sometimes. They got false confidence. And there ain't nothing false with this guy.
Right.
I mean, he believes it.
Yep. And he doesn't panic.
Nope.
I saw it firsthand.
Yep.
No panic at all.
Babs covered the Miami-Syracuse game and was up there. Is that where you got hit in the head after your concussion?
Yeah. Yeah. It was not by Cam Ward, by the way.
Would have been better if it was. You could get him signed the football.
It was on a I think it
That
was
would be professional.
Yeah, that would. I think it was on a punt that ricocheted off somebody.
Ooh, bad punt, out of bounds, yeah.
Yep.
All right, more of this discussion. Darrington out east. For Liz off when we come back. 615-737-1045. Cam Ward number 1 or team trade back. That's kind of what we're talking about today. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
I want to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Sometimes it is time to upgrade the things in your home, like your windows and your doors. And that is exactly what time it was for us. In my rental property and my home, I needed new doors. I needed new windows. And Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville allowed me to do it in waves, too, and gave me a great deal. And listen, they're affordable, maybe more affordable than you actually think. And Pella Windows and Doors been around for 100 years this year, started in 1925. So you know they're the best quality out there, a great business. And they were voted number 1 by Nashville homeowners as the leading window brand in Nashville. That's based on the sitting survey of leading window brands among homeowners. So they've got the staff in place to take care of you, and they've got a good deal, the Dawn deal. For you. It's going to change every month. Right now, 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 full months. So schedule your free consultation. Check out that offer. Just ask them for the Dawn deal. They'll take care of you. PellaNashville.com is the website.
What's happening, y'all? You know how life can change in an instant, right? A car wreck can throw everything off. Job, bills, peace of mind. That's when you need to call my good friends over at Bart Durham Injury Law. Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. If you've been injured, listen, don't wait. Call BDIL. You know what that is? That's Bart Durham Injury Law at 615-242-9000. They're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. Now, I'm telling you, you never can choose when an accident is going to happen. It just happens. And you got to have somebody right there ready to fight for you, give their all for you, let you relax and get paid. And be okay. That's why you call Bart Durham Injury Law. 615-242-9000. 24/7 relief. 615-242-9000.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you.
What up, though?
Executive producer of 3HL is Huff.
What's up?
What is that drawing in there in the producer's studio?
It's Slay.
Oh, it's Slay.
Oh.
I'm everywhere.
Okay, I see the
With the
headband.
headband.
What is the purpose of that drawing? Who drew it?
Tell me what's up.
I did.
You did.
So actually, it's probably around this time last year. Remember when we were having issues with the cameras?
Yes.
Well,
Mine kept freezing.
Slay's camera kept freezing and wouldn't show them. So I drew that to replace it while we were working on fixing it one day.
The creativity with this show, man.
That's good stuff. I like it too. But the main thing, you put the headband on. I'm proud of that.
We need to show the people. But I know you need to do your job, though. Former Titans general manager Rand
I put it on
Carthon.
Insta the other week.
You did?
Yeah, when he was gone. I was like, oh, look. It's Slay.
Former Titans general manager Rand Carthon doing some work for CBS. He talked with Cam Ward about what might make him nervous making the transition from college football to the NFL.
But is there anything that's, from your perspective, that is going to make you nervous about making this transition into becoming an NFL player? And that could be on or off the field.
I haven't really thought about it. I probably still have to get into it first, actually being a quarterback. But on film, it's the same as college. Besides the D-line, who's obviously better. Every team playing against the highest paid defensive linemen, so, the game can speed up a little bit. But just from a back-end standpoint, a lot of guys want to put the safety high, 25 yards down the field, and leave the middle field wide open. So some teams who did that to us this year, they paid the price. I think some teams in the NFL did a lot of too high stuff, like Dallas, going a lot of Tampa, a lot of cover two. They leave way too much space on the sideline down the seams. And so I just think, the arm strength and, the confidence that I'm bringing, along with the, me getting my receivers better, I just think I'll be able to put the ball where I want.
Sorry, Cam. Hold on.
All right. The Giants have found their quarterback as the Giants and Russell Wilson are working to close a deal, bringing the 10-time Pro Bowl quarterback to New York. At 36, Wilson enters his 14th NFL season and now fourth team in the last 5 seasons.
According to Adam Schefter, ESPN sources. There you go, Russell Wilson, a 1-year deal worth up to $21 million, including $10.5 million guaranteed.
There you go. No trade up. That tells you the Giants will enter the quarterback market next year.
Makes sense.
After they suck again.
For our conversation today, sucks for Titans fans because that's one less suitor.
Right, and it brings the price down.
Yep, big time.
And tells you even more likely that the Titans will end up with Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, come on down. You're the next contestant on Can We Get the Titans Right?
Listen, man, props to Russell Wilson because my man was dying in Denver. He's on your board.
Yeah, he is.
Nathaniel in Denver.
Yep.
Reinvented himself, got $21.5 more million 2 years after.
10.5 guaranteed. Woo. I mean, because, he needs the money.
Got paid for last year, too.
That also says Aaron Rodgers to...
How appropriate is it that he's going to the Giants?
New York, baby.
That's perfect. Sierra going to love it.
Yep, she will. Does that tell us that Aaron Rodgers is going to Pittsburgh?
I think
or
so.
not playing.
Or Tennessee?
He ain't coming down.
But he has land here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! If I heard
I wish he'd sell that land so bad.
He's not. He's gonna move here.
Just so I can
when
see
he's done, he's gonna move here. All his boys are here.
Right. That's crazy.
Everybody moves to Nashville, man. Darrington out east. Darrington, what up?
What's happening? Say, when you laid out that advice about keeping your feet on the ground past the age of 35, I'm gonna need people to take it. Also, make sure you pay attention to what you're doing. Because one torn ACL and a rotator cuff later, I learned my lesson. I'm keeping both these puppies on the ground from here on out.
Genius right there.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Mike Keith's advice to Ron Slay was at all times have at least 1 foot on the ground when you reach a certain age.
Yeah. Yeah, even when playing with the kids. Limit. Know your limit.
Know your limit.
So, I heard the question that you proposed. Also, before I answer the question, I'm going to get out of here real quick. I just want to get a huge shout out. I've never met this person day in my life, but I think they're one of the greatest people ever. And if I ever got the chance to meet them, I'm just going to ask them 1,000 questions. Reese, are you with me? I know you out there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna take it down.
Reese and Laura.
Little Reese and Laura love.
You just pull up on them and sit in his car, his parked car that's not started, and drink beer with him.
Oh, yeah, I won't drink the beer, but we'll figure out something. We'll meet them somewhere.
You can have some lemonade. I don't know. Apple juice.
Yeah. We'll fight you with something. So, Dave, no question. I wouldn't take Cam or Trey back. Give me Shedeur any day, any play, all the way. Because I don't care just about what you do in the field. I want to know what you do off the field, too. Can I market you? Can you make me some money outside the field? Because let's be honest, it's about that, too. It ain't about just what you do in the field, because you can be like the Cowboys and just be average and be talked about all the time, and you make money. Some owners just like the money and to be noticeable. We got a brand new stadium coming. What's going to sell tickets? I need a face to go with that place. That's all. And I love that accent. Y'all have a good one now.
Darrington, how do you?
I need a face.
I love you, Darrington, but let me tell you what sells
good.
tickets. Winning. Winning.
That's definitely true.
Winning puts butts in the seats. Winning sells tickets. Winning takes care of everything. Winning matters.
Ain't got time for losing.
Just win,
Nobody
baby.
wants a loser.
Nobody?
No. Absolutely nobody.
Nobody.
That'd take a special kind of personality type, right? Like, man, I can't wait to watch my team today. I really hope they lose by 30.
Yeah, that is a heck of a mentality.
By the way,
walking through
Mr.
life here.
Babs is seriously distressed right
Dude, he just poured a drink. There is no doubt about it. You're going home to a lot of bourbon. You're going home to a lot of bourbon, Babsy.
Oh, my gosh.
Bourbon and Babsy. That's Travis's night tonight.
Nice little TX.
Terrence in Nashville. Terrence, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Okay. I got a few points to make. The first point I want to make is about Travis Hunter.
All right.
Travis Hunter, yes, he's a generational talent, but I think he's a bigger risk than everybody realizes. Think about this. First of all, I don't think the Titans are going to use Travis Hunter, right? Two, if you draft Travis Hunter and he gets hurt, you lose two starters. You lose a wide receiver and you lose a starting cornerback.
Way to think negatively here, man.
Now, I'm just saying, if you draft him and he gets hurt, you lose two starters. You lose a wide receiver and you lose a cornerback, and you're going to have to replace both of those positions. And two, for all the trade back people, were we not looking at this season wishing that the Titans would tank because we was looking at Will Levis for quarterback play? We hoped and wished for the number one overall pick so that we could either, at the time, draft Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. Now we're in that position to get one of these guys, and we're talking about trading back for who? And who's going to be the quarterback next year if we trade back?
Valid question.
We got to get our guy.
That's what Babs always says, the trade back guy.
Right. We got to get our guy. We got to get Cam Ward, get all that defense and edge rush and stuff. Get that stuff next year because the Titans statistically rank number 2 in defense. So we can get a Javon Curse or somebody another time. Let's get our quarterback now, and I hang up and listen.
Dude, if I could drive Javon Curse right now.
Yeah,
I'd take the free.
With
falling off them trees.
19 and a half sacks.
Yeah, where's that tree?
Heck
That's
yeah.
a heck of a tree to fall over.
Babs can have that conversation with Big Savage on Thursday.
Yes, he can.
About team trade down.
Well, guess what? Team trade down just took a hit.
It did.
Russell Wilson to the New York Giants.
$21.5 million hit called Russell Wilson.
3HL powered by Ferguson Home. Discover the Mount Juliet showroom at 401 South Mount Juliet Road. Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. Again, appreciate you guys. That was a good conversation today.
Absolutely.
That was good. We will be back at it tomorrow from 3 until 6 o'clock. Lock it in.
Rip the knob off.
Thank you, Babsy. We appreciate you guys including us in your day. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you was Big Slay and you was going over to Lipscomb to get some of that good barbecue from J-Rock.
That sounds good. Right?
I'm on the way.